never die. Video games, movies, sports on the line. Your favorites carved in stone divine. It's all about your top four, nothing more. Rushmore show kicking down the door. Ranking the icons, the greats we adore. It's all about your top four, nothing more.
This is the Rushmore Show, where it's all about your top four and nothing more. Andy, pop punk is here. It's here to stay. It's not a phase, right? Like it's Thursday, and the Rushmore Show is not a phase. It's definitely a thing, and it is Thursday night. It's time to get up a mountain and figure out our top four pop punk bands. We have a great lineup today, and we are going to have a blast. Andy, last week I went to the Augusta Gaming Expo. Thank you, David Bryant, for bringing me out. We had a great time. I got some shorts coming out soon on the show. Was able to hang out with a bunch of folks. Yeah, top four and nothing more. As you guys come on in the show, say hello, drop your salutations, and let's have a good time. So, Andy, this is a show that you've been wanting to do for a while.
I am so thrilled that we're finally here talking pop punk. This is like we mentioned, and we'll probably talk plenty of, the early 2000s is the wheelhouse, right? For me, when it comes to all things nostalgia, really. But certainly music.
6 people in the chat, 5 people in the chat. Say hello, stay a while. You're talking top fours.
Graduating in 2007. I mean, this is right in that wheelhouse. So very excited about tonight. Very excited about our guests. It's gonna be a good night.
Yeah, I'm a 96 guy. You're a 07.
What is tricky though for me was the fact that last week was also songs that make us feel 17 again.
Yeah, last week you wanted to put all of this.
Like we're just repeating things, at least for myself. So
history repeating.
It's going to be a little different.
Wow, 12 people in the chat. A whole bunch of people just showed up. Say hello. Say hello. What's your name? We're talking top four pop punk. Do you like pop punk, or are you just stopping through? Tell us if you like pop punk, if you like that type of music. We got a lot of stuff going on. John Stout likes the real. 22, man. We just jumped up big. Say hello. Say hello. Who's out there? We're about to start the show. We're about to get our guests up here. We're talking top four pop punk. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he poor? Is he rich like me? We're dropping quotes and things in the chat. Let's get this thing going. Well, first off, Andy, opening day. How's your Angels doing?
We are tied for the best record in the MLB right now, baby. We are. It's only at the top. It's only at the top for many of us.
With the Yankees, so that's perfect. That's perfect. And Aaron Judge struck out 4 times and still won. That's a good thing for our team.
We need to stop the count right now. Can we let's postseason it right here? Come on,
postseason. Let's do it.
Season ended today.
Well, let's get this show on the road. We're losing friends already. We're losing people. Say hello to my little friend. It is time. It is time for your top 4 pop punks bands of all time. Let's get it. Andy, I think it's time to update that video. I don't know. I've been just thinking about just the aesthetics. That's another good word. And it's the aesthetics of the production value. We're having a good time, but I mean, it's always cool to update stuff. I will say this. This is not my jam today, but I have some guys that it is their jam. Like strawberry jam, is it apple jam? Is it, I don't know. I'm making a silly joke, but let's get him out there. Bring out our first friend. It's your friend. It's our guy. St. Tammany Collectors Con is where we hang out with him the most nowadays, but you used to hang out with him actually on the stage. Even, she knew about you, I guess. But here, let's go. Ray, welcome to the show, David Finn.
Hey!
Oh,
Oh, man.
Finntendo, the Finster. He's here.
yes, sir.
David, what was your nickname in the band? Is it appropriate?
We're a family-friendly channel.
It isn't
Yeah.
appropriate.
Yeah, no.
So, for you guys that don't know, David and Andy used to play in a band together and several bands together, I guess. And then
three bands. Let's pause. So there was the metal band, there was the pop punk band, and there was the Elvis tribute band.
Elvis tribute.
We were, if you guys remember, you may have heard of us before at that one Mexican restaurant in a meet.
it was like Disco Inferno. I mean, like, was that?
We were the Hound Dogs.
Oh, man.
Independence.
My bad.
Man. Let's get out our other friend, and then we'll let you guys shout out your stuff, man, and tell everybody before these people run away. Hey, let's get out our Rudd. He's been on the show once before for Extreme Sports Movies. That was a fun show.
That's very fun.
And he talked he talked about a lot of skateboarding and surfing and stuff like that. Very pop punk. Let's get out our friend Peter from Waves and Games. There he is.
What's up?
What?
I just popped in there. I wasn't ready to be so
You
aggressive.
just popped right on in there.
What's up with the audience? They're sleeping tonight. Sorry, hold on one second.
Yeah.
They just,
Hey, so
I don't know. There's some of my siblings. I was like, guys, get in here, and then I don't know where they're at. So
so dude, look, David, turn to
Just not clapping.
this direction, and Peter, turn this direction, and we need to rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. Go the other way. Peter, turn the other way. Peter, turn the other way. Yeah, there you go. Go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, David wins.
dang, David wins.
David, are you going to receive or are you kicking the initial? Are we deferring to the second half? Are you going first or second?
I'll go first.
all right, he's receiving.
That's right.
He's taking the ball, ladies and gentlemen. So since you're taking the ball, I'll let Peter introduce his stuff first so that you can just go right into the show. Peter, welcome to the show. Welcome back. Peter is got a video game channel, Waves and Games. He does a lot of other things. Does like challenges. He's got a bunch of really cool people over there in the community. Waves and Games is a fun little channel that I've visited several times, and then I invited him on over, and just really fun stuff. So, Peter, can you tell everybody about your channel, what you got coming up, what you got going on, why people should come and visit, and then we can get this thing going. What's up, Bud Files, by the way, and Waves Chew Loose. Oh my goodness, Cap.
Oh, it's just my brother Eli. He says,
okay.
It's a quote from Biodome.
Welcome in, Eli. Welcome in, Eli. Well, that's
Yeah, what's
perfect.
up, Eli?
I could send Eli a bone, which means you'll be a moderator, Eli. Welcome in.
So in Biodome, they do rock, paper, scissors, and then when they lose, he says,
Oh,
"Choose a pillow."
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's probably short.
I want candy.
Good movie.
That's my favorite part of that movie.
I watched it recently. It was free on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh, I'll check out this movie I loved when I was a kid." No, it's a bad movie.
It is terrible, but I just remember when I was a kid, I thought those two girls were amazingly hot to be locked into the Biodome forever with. I was like, that's just gotta be.
They were scientists.
Yeah, they're scientists. They're smart.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, what's up? I'm Waves and Games. You can call me Peter if you want. My channel is mostly retro gaming. I do a couple, live streams of newer games. I live stream every Monday night at 9 p.m. Central now. Used to be 9:30. We're moving it back to 9 because I need to get more sleep because I'm old. I also run retro game challenges. We just finished up a challenge with Super Mario Land where you try to get the lowest score possible. I'm editing the results video currently, and that'll be out soon. Our next challenge will be on the Nintendo 64. So if you like to play Nintendo 64 and you want a challenge, come hang out at Waves and Games. Also, I have some videos in the works, one about extreme sports and Zen and the flow state. So that's very pop punk of me, you know?
Yes. Love
That sounds so pop punk.
it's not a phase. It's clear.
Yeah, man. Zen and the extreme sports. Like
Pop
the
punk
extreme sports
bands, you
games.
say, says Fox Play Gaming. Hi, guys. Can't stay long, but ... I feel he's about to drop his top 4. So welcome in, Fox. Fox was on the show last week. Was it last week?
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. Like 7 days ago, he was on the show, and I'm like, was it last week? Welcome in. All right, well, Finntendo.
Yo.
David, tell everybody about what you've got going on. Probably this is something pretty big in a couple weeks, April 11th and 12th. I think you'll be there. But, talk about your collection and what that means and why pop punk, and let's get into this thing.
Yeah, I'll be at STCC April 11th and 12th. All things retro, video games, toys, as you can see in the background here. Anything from 90s through the early 2000s. I do a couple of shows a year. STCC is one of them, and then also the Mississippi Toy Fest. I do 2 shows a year. So total, I'll do about 4 shows a year. And just in general, just love collecting like old toys and video games from my childhood. And other than that, I mean, I think that's pretty pop punk. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yes, pretty punk of you. Also, just he didn't mention it, but David is my personal video game dealer. I buy everything.
He's fueling your addiction.
From you. The only thing is, I was given a GameCube recently, and our buddy Kevin Sims modded it up to where he like loaded all of these games on an SD card for us. So I've got like a totally loaded GameCube. Very excited about that.
Did you get that yet?
No, I didn't get it yet. But
I was about to say, I didn't get mine yet. I mean, I'm assuming that STCC is when I'm getting mine.
Yeah, so very fun.
I got to give him what games I need and like on the card and all that jazz. But Fox Play Great, who you got lined up? Yeah. Who you got lined up, Fox, before you head on out?
Yeah.
So
that's not very pop punk of you, Fox.
Just walked out.
Same joke all night.
all night long. So, all right. Well, David, we always let the guests kind of choose the topic, and Peter actually chose the pop punk. And then as soon as he said it, we were like, who can we get with you? Try and get a second person. And Andy's like, I know the perfect guy. And that was you, David. So with Honky Kong, welcome back in. Not very cash money, pop punk at all.
We might talk about some of that tonight too, though. So, who knows?
With that being said, David, you were selected, almost handpicked for this, and I'm glad you were able to jump in. That's why we're back a little bit in the time, just to make sure that David could get in. He had some stuff going on, so I'm glad you guys were still able to make it. With that being said, David, you are up. We call the first one Rosie, but before you get into your number 4, we like to call it the criteria. I always use Tom Brady as the example. Tom Brady is widely considered one of the best football players of all time, but he would not make my mountain. He would not make Andy's mountain. Not even on quarterbacks, I don't think we would make a mountain, or best players in football, or favorite players in football, or most athletic players. Lots of things and reasons why he ain't on the mountain. So the reason is probably because where you're from, what year you were born, what you cheer for, what you like. Give us your criteria first, why you were going to go this direction with your list. I know Andy's going to like fine tune what you consider pop punk as a part of it. So that might be a part of your criteria. And then let's do number 4, which is Rosie for Roosevelt. If Newfound Glory doesn't make number 1, I'm going to start a riot.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, so my criteria basically, I mean, just going through, I mean, to be honest with you, I think my Spotify playlist is mainly pop punk and like, I guess you call it easycore and emo rock. But my criteria is based on bands that meant something to me at a particular time in my life as far as the pop punk genre goes. And, you know, my George through my Rosie is all going to be based on, you know, certain points in my life where I was probably heavy into this band for this reason or for that reason. And yeah, I mean, just bands that make you feel something, you know?
Oh yeah. This is nostalgia therapy. This is kind of the subtitle we've given to our show lately.
Which I need to make that a shirt.
Nostalgia therapy. This is what it's come sit down.
Honky Kong says, does Coheed and Cambria count as pop punk?
Oh gosh, no.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, but that is a great band.
Great band. Great
Yeah,
band.
not that genre.
Not very pop punk of them. Their music is not very pop punk. Anyway, David, before we make this a Joe Rogan podcast length, go ahead, give us your Rosie number 4. Get the mountain started off. What's the first pop punk band off of your list?
So my number 4, my Rosie is going to be Newfound Glory.
Woo! Yeah.
Already, Honky Kong is riding.
Right
Not
out the
number
gate
1.
strong. Right out the gate strong. And the reason
All right.
why I say Newfound Glory is because I remember the first time I heard Dressed to Kill by Newfound Glory. I was in high school, and it had all the emotions of what pop punk is. You know, a guy thinking a girl was too good for the guy she was dating, and all he wanted was her to notice herself more, you know, like you know, just the typical love story when it comes to pop punk music. But yeah, Newfound Glory.
Hey, fun thing. Have you heard Newfound Glory's album from this year? Like, just came out last month.
I listened to, I think, one track off of it.
Like,
Yeah.
still perfect. Still
Yep.
perfect. Still, like, nothing has changed. That album could have come out in 2003 and we would have been happy. Like, it's
Yep.
just so good. I love this pick so much, man.
I'll jump in because I'm going to be short. So you'll see in my criteria why I picked my top 4. I like Newfound Glory, but that was so like pop punk was just a time of my life that was radically different. I was overseas for a station in Iraq for a little bit. I was really leaning heavy into more of the metal, or even like I was leaving out of rap, so I liked a lot of new metal then too. But like I was kind of going into transition, and I was kind of getting away from stuff like this. Newfound Glory was a band that I liked a few songs here and there, but I just never like attached to them. So I have them on my honorable mentions today, and not because they're a bad band. It's just they're not what I would consider a repeat play for me. Like whenever I hear the song. So that's another thing. Like one of the things is like, I got to know the band that actually sung it. If I have to look up what your name is. And so some of these bands that you guys are going to name, because I was messaging Andy and I was like, dude, I'm trying to figure out which band is pop punk, which band is this kind of punk or that kind of punk, which one's just pop, which one's just, I was like, what the heck? And, yeah, so a lot of the bands for me only have 1 or 2 really great songs because I wasn't in the scene. So if you had more than 1 or 2 great songs to me, they were real high. And so Newfound Glory just is on the fringe for me. So love them, but yeah, you took one of my Benjamins.
Peter, what you think about this one?
I was thinking, how could you not know Newfound Glory? He has a very distinct voice. Like, the second they come on, it's like, oh, dang, it's Newfound Glory. You know, but
I mean, if you're in the scene and you know who that is, but I mean, I didn't know who they were. So
that's fair. That's fair.
He is. If you hear him live, he sounds just like he's.
I literally couldn't tell you one song they sing right off the top.
And he looks like Quentin Tarantino.
He does.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the top 4: Simple Plan, Green Day, Weezer, and Bowling for Soup.
Now Weezer's the iffy one there. Do we consider music? I can see it, I guess. I don't know.
It depends on which album.
I wouldn't lump them in pop punk though. But I'm okay with your. I get your reasoning.
I mean, to be fair, he probably wrote a pop punk song for some band because he wrote for so many artists. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Fox
he wrote for
is the album that I know from Newfound Glory. It's the one that I don't even know how I got it. It ended up in my CD case one day. I really cannot tell you how it showed up in there. But that's the only one that I've ever listened to on repeat.
Which one is it?
Sticks and Stones. It's the one that it's got
Which Donkey Kong says that is my favorite Night album.
Nice. Just to get back and sit back and relax. It's the one that their names written in like the label makers that are like you twist it and you squeeze the trigger so it embosses the letter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That's what their name's written in that kind of label maker on the front of it.
Yeah.
So I'm down with Fox here. He says Green Day, All American Rejects, Dashboard Confessional, Weezer, ? IDK, sounds right, LOL. I'm not sure on the genres sometimes. I feel you, dude. I feel you.
Dashboard would be more emo rock.
Yeah.
Dashboard, I consider in the emo side.
Hey, but it's your top 4.
Yeah, not to be gatekeeping you and your music.
It's just not very pop punk of you. You know what I'm saying?
I got punched in the back of the head at an NFG, ADTR, and Bayside show.
I don't think anybody who went to that show left unharmed.
Yeah.
Like, like you felt something.
Yeah, the pit in a day to remember would be rough.
Yeah.
Eli says we got it from Uncle James, the NFG.
Oh, is that where we got it from? Thanks, Eli.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, my real quick, I have to do this. My daughter just texted me. I got to give her a quick shout out. It is my oldest 12th birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday to you! It's Zoe's birthday.
She wanted me to give her a shout out. I don't know if she's watching, but she just
Absolutely, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! I saw it. That's awesome. Cannon's birthday is actually in 3 days.
Yeah,
nice.
He has a birthday today, which is very pop punk of her. You know, very
pop punk.
And here's why I wasn't in the pop punk scene right here.
This is all it's about, man.
That's all it's about. This is how pop punk.
House parties and pizza. House parties and pizza. That's
why do you think Mike?
I love that. It sounds like
we're gonna leave this town tonight.
It sounds like the Ninja Turtles. I love that. House
why
parties
do
and
you
pizza.
think Mikey's my favorite turtle?
That's right.
Pop punk Ninja Turtle for sure. Then you got Raphael is definitely new metal.
Definitely new metal.
Donatello's like
dude, Donatello's butt rock.
And that's why I'm Donatello.
Donatello is more of probably like the math rock, like very
Oh, I can see that.
concept album. He's the Coheed and Cambria.
The Coheed and Cambria, yeah.
Periphery or something, yeah.
Yeah. He's playing in drop B.
Right.
So, anyway, music jokes aside, Peter, let's get to you, man. What is your criteria for your entire list today? And then give us your Rosie.
Yeah, so my list today, the top 4 songs or bands that I've picked are bands that either inspired me to start my own pop punk band when I was in high school, or are bands that whose music has carried with me throughout life. So I still play it. Like I play them for my daughters as what's it called, lullabies. At night, I play them acoustic versions of pop punk songs to go to bed to. So that's where my list comes from.
I love that so much.
I love that. That is a great criteria. That sounds very pop punk of you.
Yeah. It's
Not
very
pop punk enough. It's okay. I mean, it just takes a little time, but you'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is your Rosie? I want to know the acoustic version that we're talking about.
Yeah. So my Rosie is Millencolin, and I usually play for my girls "No Cigar" by them. And so, Millencolin was a band that I found out because of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and then Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX. So those soundtracks obviously really influenced my musical tastes at the time. But then I went and listened to the full album of, what's it called? Penny Bridge Pioneers is the name of the album. And they have other songs on there like Penguins and Polar Bears and Devil Me that are just like super great pop punk songs. And I think Millencolin is credited with being an inspiration for a lot of other bands that came after them as well. And so I thought that'd be a great foundation to start my Rushmore on.
Absolutely.
I am surprised to a degree because this is not a band that I was just putting a song just to remind me again. I probably have not listened to them since Tony Hawk 2, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, but deep cut for the Rosie. I like that.
Yeah.
I love, again, just to echo kind of what we said before, the fact that, that's what makes Rushmore's, right? You have such personal tie into it. Obviously all these different reasons here, singing the acoustic and doing all that kind of stuff too. But what a pop punk video game too, Tony Hawk. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. This is a great band though. This is a great band. And if you have not listened to Millencolin, suggestion that you should throw in every now and then. Really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Fox says he's not pop punk enough.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. It's okay. We'll welcome you. We'll teach you the ways.
So I remember this song from Tony Hawk, but if you wouldn't have told me about him, I wouldn't have been able to say the name.
Fox. Yeah. Millencolin has a song titled Fox. So I mean, you're like you're right there. So
it's about his wife too, isn't it? I think.
I don't know. I'm just
it's about his woman and his life. I think. I swear at one point he says you're my wife, and he says life. I can't remember now.
It's very pop punk for him to write a song like that.
Yeah, a band that may or may not make my list covered a Millencolin song. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh.
But that's a very deep cut. You'll have to try to find it.
Millencolin song.
They never recorded it, but they did it live. Yeah.
You're gonna have to YouTube it somewhere, maybe. Yeah. Guys. Nice. Yeah. Cool. So are you you like this pick, David?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's a great band. Oh yeah. I don't know a whole lot of their stuff. I kind of got pulled into them from the Tony Hawk games, and then the band I just mentioned covering their stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go and give them a listen. I think I've listened to a full album of their earlier stuff.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
I'd say another cool thing about them is my wife long before we were dating, even she had a stack of CDs in her car that was stolen. And so whenever I talk about a band that was in that case, she goes, oh yeah, that was in that CD case that I had. And Millencolin's Penny Bridge Pioneers was in there. So
nice.
Yeah, my wife's pretty pop punk. Don't tell her that though, because she's more hardcore. She listens to like Agnostic Front and like heavy stuff. But then she's like, oh yeah, I like Millencolin too.
Well, tell her we said that's very pop punk of her.
I will.
Pop punk of her to be more hardcore. It's very pop punk. She had a CD binder. If you had a CD binder and with Millencolin in it, then you were pretty pop punk.
Yeah. We still have CD binders, man. We're so old. Like our car has 3
I've
CD
got
binders
like
in it.
4 right here.
Nice.
Yeah.
But there's very few pop punk in there.
Ah.
That's not very pop punk of me.
It's not very pop punk of you. That is what is not very pop punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit. Actually, I think there's a Newfound Glory CD in that one of those cases, which is funny because I just said I didn't really know much of them. I do know that I have a CD of them though. Yeah, I don't have Millencolin though. It's not a band I've ever even really heard of. I've heard that song. I just listened to No Cigar and I was like, oh yeah, that brings back some memories of playing the game. But that's kind of what this genre is. When I pulled up, and Andy, I sent the link to you. I was like, bro, I am looking at the top 100 pop punk of all time, and I only know 16 of these bands. And then I sent them to you, and fair enough, you were like, I don't know most of these bands either. And that proves
that was not good. That was not good.
I'm not saying that the list was good, but that just proves like there's just so much out there that I just don't know. And some people don't know it either. There's a lot of deep cuts.
It is a very deep pool of pop punk bands for sure. Because even as a subgenre, there's a lot of depth in like what is considered. Like there could be subgenres. We've mentioned it. There's subgenres of pop punk.
This is great. This is great.
I was going to say this might be the most pop punk comment that we've gotten tonight. I was introduced to pop punk through Shrek and Disney Skate.
Guess who's back? Back again. I think that's a different kind of genre.
Yeah.
Hello, all Hammy and Son. Hey guys, look. Let me shout out Hammy and Son. Hammy and Son is a great channel. Him and his son, they pack rip and stuff. He's a veteran, and he really does a lot of stuff for PTSD with veterans. Hammy, I just want to share a quick, help pray for my guys. If you're there still, Hammy, if you didn't but if you're still there, we lost a brother about a month and a half ago, about a month and some change. It was a heart attack, but it was a guy that was in Iraq with us, and the whole crew is kind of just having a tough time. And a lot of things were coming up from that tour with all the guys in our group chat. But yeah, we lost a guy. Matter of fact, his name was Rosie, and we're on Rosie. So shout out to Rosie. Rosie was younger than me and died of a heart attack, which is just, I don't know. It's been giving me some idea to kind of get my life together a little bit with some stuff. But hey, man, yeah, it's been kind of a rough thing for my guys. I was really close to Rosie when I was overseas, but we kind of drifted apart. But we stayed connected. And man, he was such a good dude. But Hammy, I know that you kind of do those things, and I appreciate you so much for being in that community and the card community and all that. And so thanks for hanging out for a little bit and coming by. We're talking pop punk tonight. Thanks for the prayers. Appreciate that. Is Gorillaz pop punk, says religious fanboy? No. I mean, I don't know pop punk, but I know that's not pop punk.
That's alternative hip hop.
I don't know what to say. Rest in peace. All good. You don't have to know what to say. It's awesome. It's just it's awesome that people would care. But yeah, hey, religious fanboy, Gorillaz would be experimental pop rock in my opinion. Peter Bateman, welcome on in.
That's me. I don't know why.
I know.
It went to my regular profile.
It went to your regular.
I was like, whatever. I'll just leave it there.
Well, I was going to let you kind of hang out in the background. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him.
Yeah, it's me.
And just kind of like troll everybody.
Kirk, let's move to your pick, your Rosie, and your criteria.
Let me give you my criteria. Yeah, pop punk. Did I know the band before looking them up? That's a big criteria. Part two. Did I own any of their stuff, and were they worth a re-listen? Yes. Do I know any of the people in the band? Yes. Were they popular before the pop punk craze? Hopefully. That's kind of hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. Like before it actually was a genre. It's kind of funny. Like I was thinking about that. Like it's just wild how like certain parts of whatever we just kind of evolve a little bit from something, and we're like, this is the era of this kind of music, right? And it's like they're all just kind of branching off of each other. But yeah, my first one is probably one of the most well, actually all four of mine I think are pretty famous, but there's no deep cuts for me. Andy said he could call out my top four. Matter of fact, Andy, I think you should send your thoughts on what my top four are to one of these guys to see if you're right, because I'm pretty sure you're going to be right.
All right, I'm working on it. On it.
While you do that, because you're going to have to send this one really quickly, because I'm about to say. Yeah, I like this band quite a bit. A lot of hits, a lot of really fun stuff. I had at least their first album for sure. Back in the first year of the Rushmore show, we did music. And at least one of the people in this band, I almost put in probably my honorable mentions, but they were in my Rushmore kind of. But I'm going with Blink. I'm going with Blink 182.
Hot out the gate.
What's that?
I said hot out the gate. Yeah.
Hot out the gate. Hot out the gate.
Now with that.
Yeah, I'm going with Blink. Travis Barker almost made my drummers back in the day. Yeah, I really enjoyed Enema of the State. I had that album. That was kind of on a replay.
That's not very pop punky to say that was their first album.
Well,
no, that's not very pop punk of his Wi-Fi right now either.
It's not at all.
Not very pop punk of his internet.
But anyways, yeah, I'm going Blink. It's just solid. What it is.
All
the small things.
Just so you know, Kirk, I I didn't technically get it in time. I did message the other two, but I had this pegged on your list. So I'm 1 for 1 right now of your 4. I think I've got your other 3. The top one, fellas, that I sent is the one that I'm iffy about. The other 2 are locks.
Yeah, definitely lock on the one I mentioned.
For him.
Well, pre-show I said it.
Yeah. So anyway, but I do love this pick. Obviously, Blink. I mean, how do we talk about pop punk and not mention Blink? So love this pick. I have a feeling it'll be talked about again at some point, either in the chat or somewhere.
Back in my day, I have a question not related to the topic. So send it over. That one couple.
You guys, I mean, I think I know the thoughts
Francisco.
on it, but David Finn, this is very pop punk of him to pick Blink. What do you think about him?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So Blink and Newfound Glory, they're like right here. I just listened to Newfound Glory, and they hit a little bit harder for me growing up than Blink did. I listened to a lot of Blink too, but Newfound Glory was just higher on the list of how many albums I listened to.
The only thing that I'm disappointed in is the fact that you didn't save it till your link. That would be the only thing.
E-Link. Well, it's because they're not my second.
Yeah, I think I understand that part, but yeah, I love this pick.
Sometimes we kind of bend the list a little bit to land that plane there. But yeah, I was trying to do it right. No, we didn't do the egg drop yet. It's actually, I think, next Thursday, Francisco. Next Thursday, by the way, is STEM Fair, so I'll be a little late again. So, anyways,
Peter, Blink fan?
Yeah.
You a Blink fan?
Oh, Blink, of course. Yeah. I mean, if you are listening to pop punk, how could you not like Blink 182?
Yeah.
Like literally the originators of the genre for most people.
I will say for them, they're a very if I were to say like what is the world's picture of pop punk, if you were to look up Merriam-Webster and find what's a picture of pop punk, Blink-182 would be like the representative of the genre.
I mean, anybody that has Janine on the cover, that's pretty pop punk.
Yeah, but also they do a lot later in their career of toting that line in the emo side too. Now, I wouldn't call them an emo band for sure, but I mean, I Miss You is like one of the biggest emo hits of all time.
I was gonna say the self-titled album that came out in 2004. I think it came out.
So I have it right here. Miss You is self-titled 2003 is what this says.
Yeah, so that when that album came out, so much of it is inspired by The Cure. They even had what's his name, Robert, the singer from The Cure, is on one of the songs on that album. It's very, very much inspired by The Cure, that whole album, because that's what Mark was listening to at the time.
Yeah,
and if you look at a lot of the songs from that album specifically, they wrote them in like separate rooms and then came together. To make the song happen. So it's really, really
songs too. You've got you got Adam's song, you got Stay Together Kids. You know, the one that they came out with, one of their more recent albums that what's that one? Basically talking about, do I have to die? Like, dude, if you hear that song and don't tear up a little bit as an elder pop punker, I don't know if you have a soul, but anyway, very good pick.
Did you listen to that new album all the way through?
Not all the way through. No, not all the way through.
It's solid.
So they put out a new album since the reunion, I guess. Is that the one we're talking about?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that album came out in 23, 24.
Yeah, I mean, while I was looking it all up, I saw that they got back together in like 22. So I don't know when the album came out, I guess, but I haven't heard any of the new stuff.
I think they got back together with the dude from Alkaline Trio.
Yeah,
but now
they did 2 albums with.
That's exactly what it says. Dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've done.
Which I would be honest with that when I couldn't differentiate the vocals between Mark and Matt whenever they had that whole thing going on. I was like, there's no dynamic to the vocals. Not saying I'm not a fan, but it was just it was just all ran together.
Vocals when he's gotten older is weirder.
Yeah,
there's a lot of he's always had a very distinct.
Yeah,
but his stuff now is what happened?
Yeah,
just good pick though. Good pick.
Solid.
We could probably spend the whole night talking about Blink, and if we go album by album. And,
Well, I mean, we might actually talk about them again, so
we'll see. Yeah.
So I'll get to mine now then. So criteria-wise, I mentioned it last week, and we kind of talked about it a little bit here. I am trying to, like, my goal overall in the music series is to mention a band only one time, so I'm going to get a bunch of wide different things. And if you watched last week, I talked about Taking Back Sunday and My Chemical Romance. I would consider those two bands heavier on the emo side. Of course, there's the pop punk for sure side of them, but I would probably lump them more to the emo side of things than the pop punk. And again, I'm splitting hairs, so I get it, but it just helps me to kind of narrow it down. So that's part of it. The other part of it is that I was just thinking, like, some of these bands, I think, kind of talking about the nostalgia, David, like you tell, like it brings me back to a place. If I'm envisioning a scene from a movie of the early 2000s, like a Van Wilder type movie, where they're at high school and there's these like clearly 30-year-olds playing seniors in high school.
Yeah.
What is the music that's playing? And a lot of these bands are like, they fit that perfectly for me. So, those movies of Frosted Tips and the puka shell necklaces and the like whatever. Like that's
I had a puka shell net.
The movies we shouldn't have been watching probably, but they shaped us, unfortunately. So like that's part of it too. And then it's just like I love them, right? I mentioned before I have 19 Benjamins. So I have 23 on my list total, and that's with me splitting hairs. So got a deep pool here. And I'm going to start my Rosie off with, man, I think that this, out of my top four, this is probably the second most pop punk in its just essence for me band. I would consider them all pop punk, but man, when I just think the core of what pop punk is, and I'm going with, again, from an aesthetic look, from the sound, from what the content of their lyrics are about, everything, just such a great pop punk band. And I'm going with Simple Plan.
There it is.
There it is.
I'm just a kid, dude, addicted. These are the songs that, like, opening scene, guys skating through the commons of the high school and throws a milkshake at the popular girl. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just like that. It's all happening right now in my head. Simple Plan is great. They're a band too that, like, I should probably mention this too. Very much like David, like when my Spotify Wrapped comes out every year, it's like, what are you doing? Why are, like, there's new music? I'm like, I don't care. Predominantly my music is pop punk and emo that's playing on my Spotify, and then some of my kids' stuff. So that's what happens there. But this is a band that I introduced to my kids. My kids love it. They've kind of got that second wind, in social media now, because of it's that nostalgia thing. Everybody's longing for this era right now. Like our kids are like getting Neopets and like, what are you doing? What Tamagotchis or whatever, like, and this is what they want. And so what's cool is my kids really appreciate this stuff too. So they like it. They're a fan of it. But man, Simple Plan is just like no nonsense, straight up pop punk.
Pure
lyrics really sound like there was a 12-year-old writing them. It's not very creative, but man, is it catchy. I love Simple Plan. I love their stuff, and I think they're still touring now, man. I mean, they're just like 50-year-olds saying, I'm just a kid, which is really fun. But I mean, they may not be 50, but anyway, Simple Plan right off the bat. That's where I'm going for my roses.
A solid one. Yeah.
This is a great
they had a documentary recently. I watched it. Did you watch that one?
No, I have not.
They had a whole documentary on their careers. It's pretty good.
I love it.
They are touring right now.
Documentary.
Holy cow.
That would be a cool concert to go to. A cool little tour.
Now, I will say one of their songs, Perfect, is kind of leaning more on the emo side of things, but man, is that a good song.
I think every even pop punk band, they have to have that sad ballad.
That sad
yeah. Perfect is a perfectly named song because it is a perfect song. It's just It's such a great song. And listen, it's another thing with pop punk. Like, I don't relate to any of the lyrics anymore at all. Like, at all. And to be honest, at the time, I didn't relate to those lyrics, right? Like, Dad, what are you doing? Like that kind of, like, I had a great family, but was I belting it out? Absolutely, I was. Did I feel it? Yes, I did, while I was still like privileged and everything. Like, you know,
Hey,
like,
so welcome in, Maeve. Been a minute, probably since the last time Waves was here.
Yeah,
He
that's
says
Hunter.
this is sparking a friendly argument of what we classify as pop punk in our household. Haha.
Nice.
Hey, Waves. That's kind of what we've been talking about since the jump of this. Is just kind of what you classify it. As a novice, this is so pop punk. But then when you get down to the brass tacks, I think they all have songs that just kind of borderline, like you said earlier, Peter. Things like ska, and then things like emo. All these things just kind of like blended in that one era. And then some bands kind of leaned in this way a little bit, some leaned in that. But Simple Plan is it was one of the 3 or 4 bands that was fighting for my Rosie. Well, actually, I would say fighting for my TJ more so than my Rosie. Blink was always on there. And then I was trying to figure out like where I'm going to move something. And then I was just like, nah, I got to do this. So yeah, Simple Plan. One of the things that I had said earlier is like, do I know a bunch of songs? A lot of the bands that I was messing with Andy with, of all those bands I knew, I was like, man, I love this band, but I only know one song from them. Or I love this band, I only know one song from them. And oh, look who's in the house. Look who is here. Welcome, Dennis.
Dennis, don't give away our picks, okay? Come on.
Don't give away the George like that.
Everyone she knows is the George. Well, anyways, what I was saying is this one I knew at least 3 or 4 songs. Like I knew more than that. Like I knew, I mean, I don't know how many exactly, but I was going through. I was like, yep. And also one of the things that I noticed, Andy, was I was pulling up bands and I was like, dang, I didn't know they sung that. But that's a great song. Dang, I don't know they sung that either.
Also, for Simple Plan, I Do Anything, you do get Mark Hoppus in the bridge of that song.
Also, you guys kind of mentioned it just a second ago. They covered a band was one of the things that y'all said, like one of the other songs. There's a lot of covers in the pop punk world and just like changing something else. And I really love that too.
Punk goes crunk, baby.
Yeah. So this is another Benjamin of mine for sure. Sucks to see it go so soon, but it is a great band. I enjoy this one.
Newfound Glory has an entire cover album, and it's great.
They have multiple cover
Going
albums.
back to mine.
And talking about they cover songs from movies, and it's
Well, we talked about that in the cover the cover episode when we talked about covers.
Dennis is still in here. I know he really enjoys the Newfound Glory cover of is it Love Fool? Because
by the Cardigans.
with Taking Back Sunday vocalist is in that.
Yeah, Adam is in that one. Yeah,
Oh, I have not listened to that. I'm going to write that down right now.
Dude,
it's a good one.
entire Newfound Glory album. It's my favorite Newfound Glory album.
From screen to stereo, is it?
It's like
Or-
volume 2 or something. Or it's like they have multiple volumes of it.
I might be getting that confused with 4 Years Strong. I think theirs was from screen to stereo or something.
No, I think theirs is. Anyway,
No, yeah, it's from screens to your stereo.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Two.
there it is.
Part 2. I got it. That's so pop punk of us.
Yeah.
That's the most pop punk.
All right. Speaking of the most pop punk, we're going to move up to our second round here. That doesn't mean speaking of the most pop punk, but segue. David, we are back to you. You don't have to give us criteria now because you've given us that. We're going to move now into what we call our TJ Jazzy. Jeff, third on your list, second one you're mentioning, but third on your list as we're working our way up. What's the next pop punk band you're going to talk about?
So this band is actually a band. The only band I've ever traveled more than 50 miles to see. Andy was actually with me, him and his wife, Brittany.
No way. Are you doing it?
And I'm doing it, and I really kind of juggled whether or not I believe they were or not because
I believe they are.
Yeah, he came from a band that definitely was, but I'm going Go Radio.
Yes.
And that, I mean, again, my criteria on it is just this band meant so much to me. It still does in the early 2010s. I mean, I don't think there was a night we all collectively didn't listen to it together, multiple tracks. But yeah, Jason Lancaster, he's a great lyricist. He's actually a pastor now too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he got the fortune to be able to hang out with him one night. That was cool. But yeah, great dude too. But Go Radio, yeah, that's my pick.
So Andy, I remember I don't know Go Radio, but I remember the only thing I remember about Go Radio is that Andy, I believe you mentioned this concert in our top 4 concerts.
Yes.
When we did concerts back in the first summer.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you brought this concert up. And I had to go look them up then. So that's when I learned about them. I haven't seen since. So I'm actually pulling them up right now.
Jason coming from Mayday Parade and that whole thing. But listen, my wife and I's wedding song is Go Radio, is Goodnight Moon. That was our wedding song. We love Go Radio. Obviously, the concert that we went to out there in Florida was great.
So what's the hit? What do I have to listen to?
Anything. But I would say
Goodnight Moon.
The Lucky Street album is a really good one.
Singing with the Father. That's a really
Singing with the Father is a great song. Great lyrics there. But yeah, you can. They do a cover of "Rolling in the Deep" by Adele.
Yeah,
that's a banger. That's a banger.
That was the number 1 on the Spotify. Was the "Rolling in the Deep"?
I like.
That wasn't the one.
Any Other Heart is a great one.
Yeah, that's a great one.
But yeah, dude. I mean, you can't. Go wrong with
Hey, Dennis says they make great wedding songs.
I wonder if he's back a little bit, because I did just mention that. But maybe sometimes they get back a little bit. But yeah, obviously I 100% agree with this. You took a Benjamin away from me, just because it's such a deep pool of it. But
this Goodnight Moon song's good.
Yeah, it's our wedding song, man. It's a great.
Yep.
No. Anyway, Peter, you a fan of Go Radio? You know this pick?
I've never heard of this band.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
David.
Oh, I thought I heard you cheering.
No.
So have you heard Mayday Parade?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he was one of the singers in Mayday Parade.
And you kind of have an understanding, because after he left, Mayday went in kind of a completely different direction. You kind of realized, hey, he was Mayday Parade.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of why I went with it. I'm like, well, he took the sound away and brought it to another thing, and Mayday Parade didn't keep it.
But then Go Radio changed too, like on that.
Yeah, they went more mainstream radio.
To be honest with you, that I won't lie, like I really dig that album too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Pop punk, I wouldn't really necessarily call it pop punk. It's kind of like indie rock or whatever. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, the one they came out with, which was like a 5-song EP, Do-Overs and Second Chances, that one was like straight up. That was like
Just
Mayday
made
Parade
songs.
right out the gate.
Yeah. Lucky Street gets a little bit stays in there, but then when you get to Close the Distance, it's like it's a totally different.
It's like
She's
a
going
Kia,
the distance.
It's like a Kia commercial.
That's cake.
Like there's
Play
a
it.
song
Down like the summer end event.
Andy actually mentioned cake last week.
Oh, nice.
But they got some good ones on there too. So anyway,
Yeah.
I love this pick so much. Obviously, I totally agree with this one.
Actually, I think it was the week before, huh, Andy? Never mind.
He's a great pick. Peter, we're up to you now. What's your next pick? Your TJ Jazzy Jeff.
So my TJ Jazzy Jeff, my number 3 pick. We kind of talked about it a second ago. So the reason I picked this band is because when Blink-182 broke up and they wanted to make a new album, they needed a new singer. And who did they pull? They pulled Matt Skiba. And what band did he come from? Alkaline Trio.
Nice.
There it is.
So
yeah.
that was my number 3. I listened to Alkaline Trio almost daily in high school. My friend Allie, and his name's actually Alan, but we all called him Allie. He's the one who introduced them to me, and we covered some of their songs in our band that we were in. And I was thinking, we're gonna share our playlists on a Spotify playlist from tonight. and I was trying to find appropriate songs by Alkaline Trio to share, and I was having a real hard time. But I did find 2, so we're good. We're good to share.
You couldn't put radio on there?
We could play radio. It's a beautiful song. It's all like.
Oh, here we go. This is year 1 stuff.
It's a beautiful song, but the lyrics are not beautiful.
Yeah, I barely know Alkaline Trio. I definitely know. I know the name. I couldn't name a song.
You probably know Armageddon. Armageddon's probably the one you would know off the top of your head, or maybe Private Eye. That's
not by Hall & Oates.
No,
not Private Eye. That's a different song.
Yeah.
Did they have a track on one of the Tony Hawk soundtracks or no?
They had.
Did they? I don't know. I like I said, my friend Alan showed them to me, and we listened to From Here to Infirmary and their album that's like a swear word title.
Yeah.
Now that we're all adults and we have kids, I can't be saying the other one.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, this band, I feel like, David, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a band that Chris Torres was a fan of, right? I believe. I know he liked Thrice and stuff too. I for whatever reason, I always mix things up.
Eller was a big fan.
Eller. I need somebody who was like, he was the guy who liked Alkaline Trio. Not that
he was ecstatic whenever he joined Blink. Like,
yeah.
And then it came out. And I think he still is a big fan.
There he is.
Too.
There's Kevin. What's up?
Kevin, we were just talking about how you're giving Andy all the RPGs on his amazing GameCube.
So Armageddon actually was on Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Armageddon and I definitely recognized it.
It's on Underground, right?
Underground, yeah.
Yeah, so I forgot that because I had Underground on the original Xbox, and then the original Xbox allowed you to make your own soundtrack and put it all over the games, right? So you download your songs to your Xbox, and then you say, like, this is the soundtrack I want to listen to. So to me, the Underground soundtrack is actually the Warped Tour 2004 compilation CD.
There you go.
Nice.
What is more pop punk than the original Xbox with Warped Tour 2004?
I know.
Grab a Mountain Dew, and
I know, get a Mountain Dew, man. And I got to see Alkaline Trio at Warped Tour in 2010 in Pomona, California. It was a fantastic set. They played every song I knew, and I got to sit on a bench and have heat stroke during it.
So
that's very pop punk.
Yeah.
So we were kind of talking about this. Is Warped Tour? I mean, obviously it says tour, but did they actually take it around the country every year?
Yeah.
Or was it like one of these fests where it's just always in the same place? Is what I mean.
Oh no,
all over the place.
Also,
I think they hit like 25 cities every summer.
What trivia question for you, Kirk? Maybe see if you know this. See how pop punk you are.
Oh no.
Which now famous pop singer got her start on Warped Tour? Not as a backup singer and I'll give you the band, it may give it away because you may have seen these things out there, as a backup singer for the band POD.
What?
Oh yeah, I know this one.
The problem is I don't know who's famous now.
He's a very big pop singer. I mean, like extremely big, but pop
huge.
Right now, huge.
I mean, I would consider her to be huge, right? Like maybe she's not.
Is she?
She's still relevant.
Yeah, is she? But is she like pop punk now, or is she a different kind of genre?
No, pop, completely pop, 100% pop. You would never think that there's any.
Well, I mean, POD is not pop punk; they're new metal, but that's okay.
Right, no, but she got her start as a backup. She's actually in the music video for this song as well too. So.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah.
My brain just keeps saying Chapel Roan, but I know she's not. She's way too young.
She was alive during this.
Yeah, no, she wasn't alive.
It is Katy Perry.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I thought she started as a worship.
Yeah.
Well, she got her start into the mainstream stuff. She was a worship singer.
I kept going to her, but I was like, I thought she was in worship first.
Well, POD is a Christian
that makes
band.
sense. POD was Christian.
Yeah, payable on death is.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
And I love POD. POD would probably be, yeah, anyways. I didn't realize they sung it together, though.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I forget the name of the song, but go check it out if you just Google Katy Perry.
Shaking Like a Dog. Dude playing underground with Warped Tour playing in the background as a kid. Good times. POD was Christian nu metal. Technically, yes. Funny Valentine fan. Welcome in. Thanks for jumping in here, saying hello. Welcome to the show. This is for you. Well, no, just being here. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the.
We're up to you now. We've got your TJ Jazzy Jeff. What you got?
All right, let me pull it up.
All right, let's see, guys, if I'm 2 for 2 here.
I pulled this one. Again, this is the one that I was kind of like fighting. Which is going to be the one that is going to be my 4th of this? And then when I picked them, I was like, oh, they're definitely better than 4. They're number 3. But I picked another band very similar to you, Peter. You've picked 2 bands so far.
Yeah.
That now have songs on video games, and I'm going with Good Charlotte.
Oh no, I didn't get that.
Oh,
wow. That was one of my Benjamins.
Nowhere. Very good.
Charlotte. Anyways, Madden, man. I mean, I love Good Charlotte. And so I had to move them up. And I will tell you one of the reasons I put them on the list and moved them up even higher. Andy, you mention this all the time. Every time I come over, you tell me about Zoe, and you kind of said it earlier. Oh, it's her birthday, but even more Amelia. And we're talking about music and how the music you loved as a kid or as a youngster that you're kind of influencing with your kids. My kids love Good Charlotte. And there's oftentimes when we are playing, Spotify or whatever, and we kind of play some old retro stuff. And, my kids will play several of the songs from them, especially, the anthem, and which is the one that's from Madden. But Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, Girls and Boys. That whole I say that first album. That's the first album I remember.
Oh, it's not the first album.
I know, but that's the first album. Listen,
We're gonna do that to Kirk all night. Like, that's not their first album, Kirk.
Oh my gosh, you just keep talking over me. It's not their first album. So I get that. That's the first album that I knew of them because of Madden. And so I was like, who the heck are these guys? I love this song, doing the coffin corner punt.
Yeah.
All that. And just so anyways, and at that same time, ironically, I dated a girl named Charlotte. Had to throw that in there. But I used to make fun of her because of it.
Was she good?
No.
That's obviously not. You're not married to her, so
No, not married to her.
Not good enough.
not good enough.
She was okay, Charlotte.
Mid Charlotte. Yeah.
I'm sure she's
She was very mid, Charlotte.
Mid Charlotte.
Wait, do y'all know Francisco? Do y'all know Green Day and Fall Out Boy? Yeah, I'm sure both of them are going to be mentioned sometime today. I would say Simple Plan, Blink-182, and Good Charlotte define more of the early 2000s, while Green Day, MCR, Fall Out Boy was in the mid 2000s. Which that's funny. Valentine fan says that, and so 2 of the most popular bands, by the way. Yeah, in this genre for sure.
I love the Good Charlotte pick.
So Andy,
they were my.
Oh, you'll have to tell me what the third one is because I'm pretty sure the other 2 are right. You don't have to tell me now. You can tell me after.
No. So Good Charlotte was my number 5. Love this pick. They kind of got bumped off last minute for another one here for how we kind of shifted things around. But I absolutely love this pick. I just think of the little things. I mean, that album. I mean, what a great one. One of my favorite songs by them is from that album, and it's "Motivation Proclamation." It's one of
that song's awesome.
Great song. We're talking about Go Radio went away from being pop punk. Good Charlotte got to like dance music. Yeah. I don't know what. I just want to live. Like what? I don't know what happened to them. They still have some great bangers in there. Everybody wanted Benji's hair, the Liberty Spikes.
Oh yeah, that's kind of one of those things. Just the pop punk style. That's so memorable, and that was one of those things.
Sure. What did you guys think about
Oh yeah, Good Charlotte, man. That's a killer pick. It's not in my. I mean, it's in my.
Oh, by the way,
mix.
in the top 100, on wherever that was, bizarre. How bizarre! This is pick number 99.
Yeah, that's way too low. That's a value pick at 99.
That's when I went to it and I got to 99, I was like, Good Charlotte? What the heck am I looking at?
The next 40 bands were like guys that had one song that you never heard of. You're like, this is not even a good look.
Yeah. So anyways,
what does Rolling Stone say is the top pop punk bands? Because they're always the worst. The Rolling Stone is horrible.
I'm going to pull it up.
What is Rolling Stone's top pop punk?
Rolling Stone's picks for any type of music is horrible.
It's horrible. Peter, what do you think about Good Charlotte?
Good Charlotte, man. I listened to them a lot because they were on the radio, and that was about the extent of it. So if it was on the radio, I listened to it, and I never picked up their album. There was something.
Really?
I wasn't not a fan of theirs, but I wasn't really into it. I think I was starting to get into my, it's on the radio, it's not cool phase, you know. I was trying to be like real, like underground at that time, and so I mean, I like obviously, you know, Boys Like Girls and Anthem and the first popular album that came out, the most mainstream album, but then I never followed up with them after that album. So they're just kind of like,
I feel like they kind of had a pretty heavy drop off after that.
Yeah,
like it definitely whatever. But
hey, I have the top 50 pop punk by
Rolling Stone.
Yeah, and I'm just going to name out the numbers of. Oh no, these are the top 50 albums.
Oh,
so it's not bands. Okay, well I'm going to hold off on that. Let me see. But
right,
anyways,
while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and go into mine. The Good Charlotte. I love this pick. This is great. But continuing my list here, man, it's tough to like where do you place these ones, but I just got to do it. Where are you?
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
And I picked their like not very pop punk song, but when I'm going Blink, I'm feeling this. Right, we're getting better. I love this band. I think that they deserve to be mentioned today because, like I mentioned before, I think they're like the quintessential like what people would think of pop punk. You know, if you go to Spotify and you find Spotify's pop punk list that they put together, Blink's going to be on the cover of it. Like,
well, I'll just say this: Blink had 2 of the top 10 albums on that Rolling Stone,
and they should, and they're great. They're fantastic. This is no knock on. Obviously, they're on my top 4, but Blink definitely has. They kind of wrote the book on pop punk, although they may or not be the originators of it. They were the ones who really defined that genre for me, but also kind of like just more so than even just their music, their whole like attitude and how they kind of carried themselves, their videos, their just everything about them was pop punk. So I absolutely love Blink-182. Rock Show is great. We won't mention this band, but kind of to the easy core side of things. There's a reason we won't mention it because me and David are going to be the only 2 that remember this one or even know this one. But remember the band that we used to play with, Define Our Pride? They did a cover of Rock Show, and every time I hear Rock Show, I sing their version of it.
Yep.
I wish I still knew where that guy was with the Ren and Stimpy tattoo on his neck. But
I don't even.
That guy, yeah. Anyway, they were really fun. But
is that a local band?
Yeah, they were a local band. We played with them a few times, and really cool guys, really great band. But in fact, I think like the singer of that band became like an acoustic. Like he started posting on social media, just him like singing acoustic songs or whatever. Anyway,
he was kind of nomadic. He kind of like just traveled around the U.S. I think at one point just playing his guitar.
He got real weird. That's what happens. Yeah. That's like people like either stay pop punk like core or they go indie like after that. It's the 2 routes you can take. But anyway,
become Mumford and Sons.
Anyway, Blink is definitely up there if it's not talked about in top pop punk. Whoa! Who let the dogs out?
Baha Men. Can we talk about Baha Men tonight?
Well, we can not talk. They're not very pop punk. But they did have a song on the Rugrats movie, which is pretty pop punk. So
That is pretty pop punk.
I will give them that. But yeah, anyway, Link, we talked about it plenty, but they're my number 3.
Good pick.
They're
Good pick.
the granddads. They're the granddads, man.
They are. We gotta
Yeah,
get
I would agree with this pick. All right, well, it's halftime, huh? Oh, I didn't do that. I need to get that video. Every time I get to. All right, so since it's halftime, let's do this. Let's shout us out. Zoom me in. All right, this is our next show, ladies and gentlemen. St. Tammany Collectors Con, April 11th and 12th, Casting Center. You can hit that little square right there and figure out where we're going to be. But Andy is going to be preaching, I believe, on Stranger Things. Maybe. Is that still a thing?
Well, it's loosely tied to Stranger Things.
Yeah, so he's going to be preaching something with Stranger Things, potentially, because there's like a couple Stranger Things guests and a couple, whatever. There's a bunch of guests. But we're going to be there emceeing. We've got the spin wheel that we'll have. You can come and check out the spin wheel, get on the show. A couple other things that I'll have is I will have the directory for Christian creators, Religious Fanboy, and Poetically Christian Gamer, and all you guys that are really amazing in Christian creators. You're in this book. This is kind of the final, well, at least the latest version. This is like 2.0. 140-ish creators are in here. If you want a book of your own, you can definitely come out to the show and get one. If you can't come to the show, you can always go to our website, which is rushmorereboot.weebly.com, or you can click on this little other side, Andy, other side.
Well, it's on my side. It's showing it here. So.
Yeah, but on the
Yeah,
left,
it's over there. Yeah. Well, on mine, it's, I don't know. We're just backwards. But anyways,
it's one of these two spots.
it's one of these two. Anyways, so there's that. The next, not the next convention, but another big convention we'll be at is Louisiana RetroCon. Those are two big Louisiana conventions. We'll be at Southeast Gaming Exchange. We were just at Augusta Gaming Expo. CoastCon has invited us on over. Pelicon has invited us over. Potentially Rocket City Retro Fest and some other ones down the road, maybe merge. But come check us out doing that and hang out with us. If you want to check out, here are some inspirations, but we have a couple Devos happening at the Rushmore show. These are some of our friends. There's another one that's our friend. These are all written by our friends, literally. They're video gaming Devos. I got a video game Devo. I'm dropping week 13 tonight as soon as we get off of this. That means every day for 13 weeks, I have a Devo of a video game out there on our page. You can find the links to that on rushmorereboot.weebly.com, that square there. It's also scrolling at the bottom down here. But another thing is Andy is starting The Bible is Metal Devo. And you're probably about a third of a way through, maybe a little more. And he may potentially drop those. I made a page for him to drop some of those online. And Andy, I was just going to show this off today. Andy and I were talking preliminarily. That's a hard word to say. But Summit Lantern Press is kind of what we're thinking is going to be where we drop our Devos and our books. And we've got a couple things we'd like to do. I've done a fantasy novel. Andy's doing a Christian book, a Christian allegorical. Here it is. Bing, Hannah the Hiccupopotamus. Yeah, we're just doing a couple books that are for Christian families and for everybody. And so they might find something for you. We'll have them on our webpage to be able to get once those start kind of dropping. But right now we're just uploading them for free for now. And let's do our 3 things that we always do right about now. We're going to drop our creator of the week. We're going to drop our favorite coffee, and we'll drop our Culture Box creator of the week. Let's do that. Oh, by the way, let's do Cellcast or Geek Devotions. They're both on the show next week.
Yep. All right. Well, let's do our featured member of the week.
Koi Fish Gaming is where retro lives and breathes. Jeff brings you authentic gameplay on original hardware, Atari, NES, Super Nintendo, PS1, and more. All captured in the warm glow of a CRT. From long plays and live streams to game collecting and honest chats about the gaming life, this channel is a nostalgia-packed hangout for old school gamers who just get it. Check him out on YouTube and Instagram today. Let's face it, at-home coffee can be pretty stale. Coffee at home doesn't have to be boring. The Village Coffee is here to deliver the flavor. The Village Coffee roasts coffee every week and sells online. Go to villagebeans.com to order your coffee today and use discount code Rushmore for free shipping. Geek Devotions is a collaboration of devoted geeks that are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. They produce a weekly geek culture infused devotional, their podcast, content, and written articles, all designed to encourage and challenge people in the geek community, bridging the gap between their faith and their geekdoms. Find all their content at geekdevotions.com.
And Geek Devotions, half of Geek Devotions will be on our show next week, along with half of Cellcast. We're talking funny parody songs. That's kind of a fun thing in the Culture Box. They like to do Weird Al songs on their show. So we're gonna we'll talk a little Weird Al and some other funny stuff. I think I'm going to limit myself, which I'm pretty sure Drew also said he's going to limit himself to only one Weird Al, if possible. And so just to make the list a little bit more than just everything he does. But funny parody songs.
Side note, every time I hear that song that I put to that, I think of the band Prodigy.
Nice. I'm a fire starter.
Prodigy, not very popular.
I had them on my Benjamins last week, and I didn't do it.
Oh, there you go.
That was one of the ones that didn't make it last week. But
they make me feel uncomfortable.
That's the bands that make you feel 17 again, that kind of thing. Yeah. All right. Well, we're back in this thing. Did we do everything we wanted to do? Yes, we did. Let's get back in this. Finster, you're up, man. What is number 2? Is it Blink for Blinken? Abe Lincoln? Abe Lincoln?
Blinken.
Hey, I didn't say that. Hey, Blinken. White men can't jump. Anyways.
Of course, man. So I went back and forth with this pick because I feel like, and I'm still going to pick it, but it kind of is a band that blended genres.
Okay.
And you can kind of see it in my tag right there. I'm going to go with Day to Remember.
Yes.
And I think that they, as you have, Blink as the grandfathers, you have your Newfound Glories, and you have this band that comes out and completely kind of redefines the pop punk genre with heavy melodic, choruses, heavy verses and bridges and breakdowns, and just kind of turning the pop punk genre upside down. And yeah, Day to Remember, it's a band. I can remember the first time I saw this band, wasn't a fan. As a matter of fact, I used to be a youth leader, and I was asked by one of the teens' parents if I could bring them to a concert to the House of Blues, and I did. And A Day to Remember was the band that was performing, and I was like, I don't want to see this, and brought them in there, and then heard that tagline right there, right out the gate. Confetti blew up, and I was just in awe and shock of like what they were doing. But yeah, Day to Remember is my pick. Yeah, they kind of it blew my mind the first time I saw them.
I love this pick. So to this, David, I think you mentioned it earlier. They're in that subgenre of this subgenre of the easy core kind of side of things. I would kind of lump them into that a little bit more. Maybe not fully, but definitely metal side of it too. But I totally agree with the punk side of it. And then they're very poppy in the sense of the clean choruses and the melodies and everything that they do. The Day to Remember is really, really good. It's funny though, they were a band that I remember would play at Cypress Hall or the High Ground. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was even still Cypress at the time.
Yep, the High Ground. Yeah.
Now they're playing like stadiums in Australia, is selling out millions of people. It's so weird that they were at the same place.
Being able to have seen them, because again, we like there's certain points for our life musically where we think we're like, I'm never going to listen to that garbage. And being able to have seen them in a room of like 20 people back then and not knowing who they were to when I saw them at the House of Blues. And now, I'm a huge fan of the band. But being able to do it then, the High Ground, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that and around that time, that's when their cover of "Since You've Been Gone."
I was going to say that's the first thing I heard from them was the Kelly Clarkson.
Cover. It's so good. It's so good. But it kind of makes you realize, kind of like Kelly Clarkson's pretty pop punk. Like, you really.
They didn't really change the music at all. They just put more drums in it.
A breakdown, a halftime scream.
They made the second verse heavier.
That's all they did.
A little bit.
Little chugs here and there, and then call it a day. I love this. I agree. I'm here for it. I knew it was going to be mentioned today. I thought it was going to be your George, to be honest with you. I thought we were going number one there, but love this pick regardless. What do you think, Peter? I know anything else other than Kelly Clarkson?
I was gonna say they are a new meme now as well with what's the name, Mr. The song.
Thinking about the end, yeah.
My daughters love that meme because like I'll play it in the car. Like, you guys remember this song? And they go, no. I'm like, hold on, let's get to the breakdown. It was just a fun side. The other day, my daughter we were picking songs, and I was like, what do you want? And she's like, I don't know, K-pop Demon Hunters or bands with breakdowns, Dad.
Daughter is so pop punk.
She's so pop punk. Actually, she's more easy core, right? Because easy core is like pop punk with breakdowns. But the point is
like it's a compliment.
Yeah. She likes the day to remember, so that we're good there.
So Kirk, we've talked about this. We've thrown it around, and we've said Rushmore of breakdowns.
And you mentioned that, and I would have to make sure I have this way ahead of time because I'm going to have to do some study on that one.
I would have a long list of these, but I think that song might be the George of breakdowns.
Yeah, it'll be up there.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so good.
That thing went crazy during the pandemic. That thing went crazy. Disinfect your
surroundings. Yeah, that was a fun one too. Kirk, do you know any A Day to Remember? I mean, I know you've listened to them in my truck before. Right?
I have listened to them with you. I just listened to a few of them, and they're really cool. But no, they're not something that was on the top of my list. But I can see why you enjoy them. They're really cool. I love how they blended a few things, what you mentioned. And I love, dude, to get kind of off topic, but still on the same thing. That's one of the reasons I really fell into new metal and some of these other new things. I just love when there's new things, or like when you make two things become and make one new, right? And so you take this kind and this kind, you put it together, like that shouldn't work. And then it's like, oh, that does work. That does work really cool. I just like that. I remember when techno in the late 90s really was big, and I always wanted to listen to I want to listen to this heavy metal band that's got songs into a techno song. It's just really cool. And so when you see the mixing of a couple things and blending genres, that's really cool. So I can enjoy that for sure.
And speaking of new metal, the song "The Downfall of Us All," which is what Fintendo's.
Well, that's the one I was just listening to.
Yeah,
because
that song is in drop C. I looked at the tab real fast. I was like, maybe I can pull it off real fast. I was like, not retuning my guitar right now.
Yeah.
So that's a very new metal tuning though, to be in a drop C tuning.
Is that CGCFAD?
It is CGCFAD. Yeah, so it's like
Still
way
remember
down.
from our days.
There it is. There it is. Open 8/7s, baby.
Open 7.
Metal 3 notes right there. But
yeah, y'all are speaking like Greek to me now.
yeah. So good stuff. Good stuff. I didn't remember. All right, Kirk. What's let's see. Okay, I'm 1 for 2.
Oh wait, it's mine.
Andrew,
Yeah.
oh, it's yours. It's
Give
yours.
me, Andy. What the heck,
I was
man?
gonna say,
I'm still here.
Thank you. I'm usually the one that does that, by the way. So Andy,
That was, guys. I'll fully admit that was not very pop punk.
That was
It's not very pop-punk.
I'm usually the one that skips somebody.
Guys, I'm just a kid. Okay. All right.
Life is a nightmare. It's hard. Yeah.
All right, Peter. Actually, it is your turn. What's
Yeah.
your list?
So my number 2 is another band that was introduced to me by my friend Alan, and this is one that one of their songs, the first song I heard, kind of became like a mantra for me in high school and further on in life. And this band is called No Use for a Name.
Nice.
Oh, I've seen these guys.
Oh yeah, that was actually the first concert my wife went to in high school. It was No Use for a Name. It was like on a Thursday night maybe or something. Her dad was like, I don't want you to go. And she's like, I'm going to the show, Dad. Maybe something like that. My wife's so punk rock, dude. My wife's awesome. Anyway. Their song Friends of the Enemy is like my go-to song because it starts out with a super good bass line. That's the thing about No Use for a Name. Their bass player and their drummer are top notch. Like they're so good that if I could just listen to them play alone, it would be enough. But having everything else in there makes it a full experience. And I wish I could see them. I haven't seen them yet.
This is a great pick. Also, one of the best band names that's out there.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, like it's like a band name where you're like, dang it, I wish I thought of that. Like, what cool.
I was in a mall in California one summer, and this guy came up to me and he was like, hey man, I think I was wearing like a Hurley shirt. And he's like, hey man, you look like someone who listens to pop punk. And I was like, oh yeah, totally. And he said, you ever heard of a band called Never Heard of It? And I was like, no, I've never heard of it. He's like, oh, it's my band. You should listen to us.
Oh.
And then I did. He like put his iPod headphone in my ear because it was 2006 and iPods were it. And I was like, oh, you guys sound like No Use for a Name. And he's like, yeah, that's the point.
What's up, Isaac in the house? No bars, Torado in the house. What is good, gentlemen in chat? How you doing? The beards are feared tonight, is what he says. So,
My beard's so little.
but you qualify, right? And that's really what it's all about. You do qualify.
Yeah, I got the bald head and beard. I'm good. I'm solid.
That's where we're at. So I get it. I love this side note about band names. I always wanted to have a metal band and call it Verb the Noun. I thought it would be such a good band name because every band invoked the nightmare, right? There was a something, and I thought Verb the Noun would be a just absolutely perfect band name.
Are you an English teacher, Andy? What the heck?
It would be really fun. David, if you're down for it, let's make a new metalcore band and just call it Verb the Noun.
Hey, I'm down. I'm down.
Cool. Open 8/7, drop C. It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, but for real, No Use for a Name. Good one. They're kind of early guys in the game of pop punk.
Yeah,
got some late '90s albums, so they're early on there.
So I guess I'll talk more about No Use for a Name later. But I have actually seen this band, and it was by accident. So
nice.
And that was I remember enjoying it. They were also with
Kirk. That is very pop punk.
They were also with two other pop punk bands and a rapper. So that was pretty pop punk. But I'll talk about that later. But yeah, this I enjoy this, and I remember like being so like enamored by the name. Like, dude, that's awesome. So, anyways, I didn't think I would hear that name again today. That's for sure. It wasn't even on the top of my list. I was like, man, I completely forgot about that until you mentioned it. But
for some reason, David, somebody in our friend circle, I feel like their AIM screen name was no use for a name.
It was.
Was that Kenny?
Who was that?
There was somebody who was no use for a name. I want to say it was Kenny Teagarden for something, but I may be wrong. But it was in. I don't know. I'm hearing the door open in AIM. And
Yeah.
no use for anyway.
Dennis would know if he's still in there.
I remember Dennis's AIM screen name was Purple Butt Nugget.
Yeah, it was.
And so that's talk about a throwback there. If Dennis, I don't know. I haven't seen Dennis comment in a minute, so he may not be in here. Maybe he is. If you are, somebody's AIM screen name was no use for a name. And anyway,
I think that should be a Rushmore show. Top 4 AIM screen names.
Screen names.
mine is highly embarrassing.
Mine was based off of Street Fighter, but
What was it?
So mine was. I have to type it for you to even get the full effect of it.
did you have a little X and a big X? Because if not, that's not very pop punky.
No, but it was this. It was. You did use the number 3 for the E's. So
Nice. So neat.
So I think it was the number 8 was at the end, but there it is. I'm typing it in there. It was Psycho Freak 8, but it was all spelled wrong. And
Nice.
There it is, right there.
that was your.
YKO.
I
What
remember
was that?
that.
33K. That was my AIM screen name.
Dang, I don't. Well, I do remember my AIM screen name. It's the same as my
Is it Wishkirk 23?
Wishkirk 23. It's
Nice.
been that forever.
Mine was Ryu 8 or Ryu 872 _ extinct.
I like how
No, I was spelled correctly,
But you
unfortunately.
did spell it right. That's not very pop punk.
Yeah, it was not very pop punk of me.
Now seeing it, I do remember your screen name now.
You-
Seeing it typed out, I do remember it now.
I wasn't psycho or a freak. I don't understand why. I don't understand why.
I lived in the suburbs, man.
So metal though, man. I was listening to Mudvayne, and I was like, yeah, but this is what we got to do.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I digress. Kirk,
No use for it.
are we to Kirk now? I don't even know where we're.
I think so.
we are to me. We are to
Yeah.
me. And man, Andy, you're probably going to nail these both, but that's okay.
I think I'm
This
going
is-
75% on this.
What?
I think I'm getting 75% correct on this.
Yeah. You're getting these two because we've already talked about them last week and the week before. So I think you're gonna nail them. So I love this album. 1994. Played it nonstop from beginning to end. I'm going with Offspring,
Yes.
and mainly because of Smash. But then they did, they had fun after that. But the Smash album, Bad Habit, Self-Esteem, Gotta Get Away, seen them in concert, and they were phenomenal. And I've kind of just followed them for a long time. Really love a lot of what he's been doing recently. Some of the new stuff that he's put out and kind of going solo a little bit and doing some fun stuff. But man, I was really, I guess when this album come out, I was kind of in a place where it would have been easy to fall into this genre of music because there was a time in my life, like 1994, that was my sophomore going into junior year. I was still trying to kind of find myself. I graduated in 96. So I remember having this album, blaring it in my car. It was one of the non-rap albums that played in my car. And I would play it from beginning to end. Bad Habit is, we talked about it, Andy. If we ever did songs that make you want to drive 100, right? Bad Habit might be one of those. But Offspring is definitely on there. Pretty Fly for a White Guy. Kind of, all that stuff too is great. But the Smash album literally puts it on my mountain by itself.
I love this pick, and I did nail that one. I knew that was it. So I know I'm at 75%. I know you're George. I bet everything in my wallet right now, which is nothing other than maybe a receipt. But still, I would bet it. Offspring is great, dude. I think my favorite song by the Offspring. Now, I had the Americana album, and it's just so good. But what's The Kids Aren't All Right? I mean,
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, The
I
Kids
play
Aren't
that
All
for
Right.
my girls at bedtime. That's one of the songs that we play at bedtime.
I mean, it's one of those songs that I think I see reels now where it's like, man, when I was like 15, I really loved this song. Now that I'm like 30 something,
Yeah,
I understand.
I understand it.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's such, and it's I've heard it. They play it live different than the album, or they have at least. I've seen it live online, where he does kind of slow it down some, and it's very fast, kind of punk, like almost thrashy type song on the album. But he slows it down, and it's like, dude, this song's deep.
Well, I think he does it on a piano now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that on the piano thing that he did on it's a short. It shows the reel. I've seen it
Dude, it's so good.
fall in my my algorithm quite a bit, and that is so good. It is so good. I was like, man, that's the Offspring guy.
Yeah,
What?
bonus points for the band being pop punk because their guitarist name is Noodles. So that's
Yeah.
That's
very
pop
punk.
punk.
So pop punk. But I love the Offspring.
And then also, this is from a movie, but the movie Idle Hands, they're the band playing in the movie.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
that
I was
movie
just talking about that
is
movie
pop punk.
yesterday.
That movie is so pop.
Pop punk. That movie is pop punk.
Dude, that movie is so good in the microwave, and anyways,
Yeah.
that's a cool movie.
Yeah. What do you guys? So Peter, you play this song for?
Oh yeah, I play The Kids Aren't All Right for my girls at bedtime, which is it's really interesting to play such a depressing song for my kids at bed, right? But like to them, it's just a relaxing song. The chord usage and the way that the voice leading works, musically speaking, is very soothing. And then when you start thinking about like what actually is happening in the song, you're like, oh wow, man, this is almost more than I can handle sometimes.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm telling you, like it's a tearjerker song.
Yeah.
And then they have Get a Job on that same album.
Yeah, get a job.
Yeah.
Don't play that song for your kids.
I don't. No, yeah. Oh man, the amount of times that I have to like mumble through lyrics, and when I forget what the lyrics were, I was like, oh, I'm going to censor this real fast.
Yeah. So David,
So how old is your kids?
My kids are 6 and 10.
Oh, so that's like right in the same wheelhouse as
It's
Andy.
Andy, yeah.
Yeah, and that's
We're
awesome.
Andy and I are the same person. Remember, we both have girls that are the same age.
Yeah.
And we're both bald and bearded and pop punk bands. We are the same person. Glasses.
I need to introduce you to my friend Aaron.
No, yeah, for sure. I think we found that out last time. Right?
Yeah. I mean, even my fingernails are painted right now because I'm a girl dad. So,
Well,
you
I'm
know.
not there. I don't have that. So we are.
It's just because you're pop punk.
It's because I'm so pop punk, man.
You'd be more pop punk if you did it with a Sharpie, though.
Oh my gosh, right?
Very pop punk.
I love it. All right, where
It's you.
David Offspring.
Oh, David. Yeah.
Oh, Offspring. Yeah, no, hey, look, Offspring, again, that's one of those bands, man. My 90s cover band actually covers Offspring. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Offspring, you can't go wrong with some
As a
Offspring.
drummer playing the intro to "Got to Keep Them Separated" is super.
You got to play the bell of the hi-hat.
So
Nice.
I actually play the shaft. I know that sounds weird.
Whoa!
Yeah.
But I play underneath the hi hat and then I come up for the hi hat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, I'm going to try that technique next time then.
I saw somebody do that live. I think that's how he does. I don't know, but anyway, so you play underneath it and you come up on the hat. But anyway, it's super fun.
Interesting. I always assumed it was just like a cross stick on the snare that he was doing.
It's very tingy, so it's very
Yeah.
melody, So
I thought it was like a cross stick rim shot thing going on.
yeah. I as I was saying it, I'm like, what's the phrase? But I
was thinking, man, clip it.
Yeah. We're getting canceled. So I mean that's
and we didn't get canceled for a couple of the other things we did. We're good.
very top of us to get canceled. So we're good.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right. So Andy, who's your link?
Yes, Link, man, is this band quickly shot up my list as I was kind of just listening to Spotify, and I was like, dude, absolutely. The way this band makes me feel. I will say this band of my top 4 is the most, I said Simple Plan was up there, but this is the most quintessential pop punk band. There's nothing this band does that's not pop punk. There's nothing that, I mean, it's just everything is just straight up pop punk. It is party music. It is just belted out. And of course, I'm going with New Found Glory.
Yeah.
Glory, you gotta pick them, dude. I mean, My Friends Over You might be, if I had to say what's my number one pop punk song, My Friends Over You is probably that song. The riff in that, the lyrics, just everything about that song. The music video is super fun too. But I mean, we're talking about Head On Collision is a great song. It's All Downhill From Here. The entire cover thing. Dude, they cover King of Wishful Thinking, and it's absolutely amazing. Iris, they cover My Heart Will Go On. I mean, they like we said, Love Fool earlier. Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. I mean, dude, they have so many great songs. And my favorite thing about their cover albums is that they don't just randomly cover a song. The songs they cover are songs from movies. And so in all of their songs, they have multiple volumes of the cover albums that's all about music from movies. And it's movies from the 80s. I mean, it's lines right up with the Rushmore show and things that we talk about. Dude, I throw that cover album on probably more than anything.
Yep.
And it's just so stinking good. So I love New Found Glory. Everything that we said before about them, the fact that they're still putting music out and it still sounds just as good as their other stuff.
I will say this: when the topic of pop punk came out, I almost if your voice don't sound like this guy, you weren't pop punk.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to explain that. Like when I think of pop punk, your lead singer sounds something like this.
Yeah, because you sing through this part of your
And
face.
so then I started going through the list. And I'm like, well, that guy don't sound like that. But I guess the musically over here, but like that's kind of the sound I was looking for. Was like, yeah, that's pop punk. That's it. And Andy, you're right. Because I've listened to that in your car too, on the way to conventions. We'll probably do that in a couple days. The cover album, you've played that several times, like Kiss Me and all that. Dude, that's just fun stuff, man. Iris, those they are really good.
The Promise.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the bad. Dude, it's so good.
So I thought when you talk about New Found Glory's covers and everything, back in the day there was this great peer-to-peer sharing site, you might call it, called LimeWire. Super great.
Heard of it.
Yeah, heard of it. Yeah. The only problem with it is that a lot of things are not named correctly, and so we found this song that was a cover of Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg that was attributed to New Found Glory, and so I thought it was New Found Glory the whole time because the singer sounds like New Found Glory. Turns out it's the Berlin Project, and it blew my mind. I literally just learned that like 2 weeks ago when I was telling somebody about it. I was like, oh yeah, New Found Glory covered Gin and Juice. And they're like, no, they didn't.
Hey, they do cover, Kirk, you may be interested in this. They do cover The Goonies Are Good Enough.
Oh, dude, I want to hear it right now. Let me do that.
That's on part one of from the screen to your stereo. So yeah.
The King of Wishful Thinking's got to be great.
Dude. I mean, that song, first of all, is just fantastic.
That song is a banger.
By the way, and while we're saying that, the band that sings King of Wishful Thinking
East and Westbound. Wait, West.
Go West.
Go West.
Sounds like a great pop punk band name.
Yeah.
They took it and it doesn't fit them at all.
No, at all.
It'd just be Harold and the whatever your name is.
You
Be
just
that.
ruined it for everybody.
You took that band name and you had one song. Like we could have used it, but anyway, yeah, I had Big No Found Glory. All right, so we are now to the numero uno, the number one, the George. This is where it gets interesting. Real quick before we do that, I'll catch up on some chat here. Kevin said I was here at the beginning, but someone had to go with the Ramones, right? Well, we're of a different age, so maybe. Yeah, so, and then Maeve said, "You mean Malwire?" Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then DJ Courageous came in with his top four.
Oh, I didn't even see DJ Courageous. Green Day, Blink-182, Sum 41, Good Charlotte, Yellow Card, Stretch Armstrong, Reliant K, Barely. That's all I can think of right now. Good
more than four, but he gave a couple Benjamins there too. So anyway,
Andy, you said that was on that album. I don't see it on that album. Was it on a different album?
The first one, not part two.
Okay.
The Goonies are good enough. Anyway, all right. So we are now to David. Your number one, your George, the number one pop punk band in your opinion. Who you got?
Yeah, my number one is going to be a band that was actually introduced to me by one of the guys of the band we talked about earlier, the local band Define Our Pride.
Oh.
And these guys would just hammer this in every time I would see them. Hey, you got to listen to these guys. You got to listen to these guys. And the band is the Wonder Years. When this band means a lot to me because I listen to it a lot and some heavy times. But they are the sound of what you think about in the, I would say, 2010s of what pop punk became, and they were the sound of pop punk in that time frame. Yeah. And they, I mean, even to this day, I mean, I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't. If I'm listening to the music, I'm probably listening to the Wonder Years, at least one or two tracks. But yeah, the Wonder Years, great band, a band I've seen a couple of times in concert, and they do a great live show. And the only band I've ever paid for VIP at a concert. I got to see them do acoustic set before the actual show and do Q&A with them and all that. Yeah, loved the Wonder Years.
Yeah, I never really got into this band. I certainly heard songs by them, but I didn't heavy get into them because they kind of like you said, they were on that later end, I think, of the pop punk, like the 10s and maybe even the late 2000s, whatever time. And so there were some of those bands that I just have this problem. And I think we all, to a degree, have this where maybe we do, or maybe it's just me, where like I get something that I really love, and I'm just like I'm there. I'm like the chicken tender guy at the like I'm not looking at the menu. I know the other stuff. There's some great stuff on the menu, but I know what I like. I do that with movies. I do that with music. I do that with a ton of different things. And so anyway,
I'm the same way. So with like the Wonder Years, with it being like I think the first time I really sat down and listened to it was like 2013 or 2014. And it became part of like all of my old playlists. So I don't listen to new music. It's all the old same stuff. And this kind of found its way into my playlist.
Every now and then I'll hear a new song and I'm like, oh, dude, that's really cool. I'm going to put this band back on.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to go back to.
That was fun, but I'm going to go back.
Right. Oh, new television show? That's awesome. I'm going to watch Street Sharks.
They just don't make them like they used to.
Right.
Yeah. So I totally like that's where we're at. And that's what we talk about a lot. So, Kirk, I know you probably don't know the Wonder Years, Kirk, but you may know the show, The Wonder Years.
Yeah. I mean, I know Fred Savage, but I don't know the Wonder Years. I'm looking them up right now as we speak.
They're really good.
But I just got done listening to the Goonies, New Found Glory, and that was fantastic.
Melrose Diner. Go with that one.
Going Melrose. All right, scrolling down. That's down far. That's down real far. Wait, it's not even up here. It's not in their top one like on Spotify hits downloads. Let's go, Melrose. There it is. All right,
Peter, you like the Wonder Years?
I have never listened to the Wonder Years.
Really?
Yeah.
well, I like this opener.
Well, it'll be on our Spotify playlist.
Hey, he's got the voice.
He's
This
got
fits.
the voice.
Yeah,
This fits.
it counts. It counts. Good pick though. Really good pick. Solid pick. I guess I should have thought about that as your George, but yeah. But either way, that's a fantastic one. All right, Peter, we're now to you. You're George. You're number one on your list. Best pop punk band in your opinion. Who you got?
Best pop punk band. I forgot to add one thing to my criteria way back in the beginning of this, but it has to be something you can skate to. And this band
That goes without saying.
Yeah. So we lived way out in the country. We were like 15, 20 minutes outside of town. And my dad was super cool. And he brought these pallets that were flat on top. So that like they had, like a plywood flatness. And we would put them next to each other and use railroad ties to skate on because we didn't have sidewalks in the middle of the country. And so while we were skating on that, we had a boombox out there. And I'd always put in this album by this band. And originally this band was called Magnified Plaid. And they had their name on a poster. And they shortened it. And it was like a time where instead of using periods for abbreviations, they used X's. And so instead of Magnified Plaid, it said MXPX.
MXPX.
Yeah, so that's the name they stuck with for all this time. And they've been around for so long. They're still so good. They just put out a new album recently called Find a Way Home. I think they're putting out another album this year, and they're on tour right now. They just are all the time going for it. And a lot of their music just, to me, it's quintessential skate, pop punk. Like, get out there, have fun. And there's a lot of good messages in a lot of their music. There's a lot of silly songs too, but that's what makes pop punk,
Yes.
Some fun along with some seriousness and just playing.
Yeah.
Solid
I love
pick.
this pick. I love this pick. This is a great hats off to like those OG type guys. I love their cover of Kids in America.
Oh yeah.
It's just so good.
I just realized they're also on a Tony Hawk soundtrack. They're on the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake soundtrack with Let's Ride. Dude, they look like everything Tony Hawk.
I mean, they've got like 95 albums. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's so many albums.
1995, they put out their debut.
Recently, Mike Herrera, the lead singer and bass player, he posted on X about how like they had an issue back in the day with their label releasing music that they weren't ready to release. And he mentioned my favorite album, which is called Let It Happen. It was released at the same time as their album Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo. And so the sales kind of cannibalized each other. And so I just responded back. I was like, dude, I got both those albums at the same time. But I still listened to Let It Happen way more than Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo because there was like 3 times as many songs on it. Like Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo is a standard like 12-track album. I guess only like 2 times that there's many songs, but Let It Happen has like 24 songs on it because they're just like a bunch of demos on it. And that was the album that got me into them. And then we picked up Slowly Going the Way of the Buffalo right after that. But the funny thing about that band is that Life in General and the album before that, so those first four albums all kind of sound the same. And then they released the album Panic in 2002, 2003, as early high school years. And I was like, this isn't MXPX. What is this? But I went back recently and listened to it and realized like, oh, they were just growing up. I wasn't ready to grow up yet because I was 15. And so since then, like listening with a new ear, like all their albums after that are just fire too. They're so good.
2 things real quick about MXPX. I'm looking at scrolling down on here. This may be, you may win the whole thing because of how pop punk this is, Peter. Just so you know, I don't know if you know this or not.
Nice.
They were featured on Drake and Josh for Nickelodeon.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
Nice.
did you just?
That's pretty pop punk.
They're also featured on, and this shocked me because I had no idea this even existed. The Passion of the Christ songs from 2012 It's an album of songs inspired by it. Not only is it MXPX, but it's MXPX and Mark Hoppus on one song on a Passion of the Christ album.
What?
But not only that, like Scott Stapp has a solo song on this album.
Well,
What?
Scott Stapp.
Lauren Hill, I don't even understand what's happening here. And then Mercy Me and Third Day and Stephen Curtis Chapman. I mean, like, I don't
Well, that's a little closer to what I would think would be on the.
POD's on it too. So I mean,
Yeah.
Well, they were, or maybe still are. They were a Christian band. They never said anything foul in any of their lyrics or anything.
Right.
Like that.
no, for sure. It's just that album. Like this album came out in 2012. Passion of the Christ was like what? Early 2000?
Early 2000, 2004.
Yeah.
It
So
was-
8 years later, they're like, hey, let's put an album together of songs inspired by.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting, but I'll have to go back and listen to it. But I love this bit.
That's kind of a controversial thing for them, the MXPX being a Christian band. Because if back in the day, if you said, "Oh, you guys are a Christian band," they'd be like, "Oh no, we're not." But they were on Tooth and Nail Records,
Yeah,
which
right.
is a Christian record. But the reason was that like Christian music has always had a heavy stigma to it, and people wouldn't book them, right? So like, "Oh no, we're not a Christian band." So they would.
Whoa, Bryce J. Dub popping in, new member.
2 times.
I mean,
Welcome.
he must have renewed it. He's been a member forever. Hey, Papa Master is in here, or Pap Master, I guess.
But with that, their song "Tomorrow Is Another Day," there's a lyric in there that says, "Oh gosh, what is it? God has faith in you, even if you don't have faith in yourself." And that was something that like stuck with me as a kid, because a lot of times in pop punk songs, if it's going fast, you don't really hear it. But that was one of the lyrics that hit me. I was like 12 years old. We were skating out my friend's quarter pipe, and I was like, "Wait, what did he just say?" And I was like, "Dude, that's another like mantra for life right there." So
And throwing a gift out there, Bryce.
Whoa, gift
Nice,
in there. Let's
guys.
see who got the gift. Let's see who got the gift. We can welcome in somebody who got the gift.
Papa Brad's game.
Papa Brad's Game. That's a pretty big channel. Papa Brad's Gaming is a pretty big channel.
Nice.
Welcome in Papa Brad's when he gets there. But yeah.
So,
Awesome.
David, you like MXPX?
Oh yeah. Going with MXPX, the Mike Herrera he was in, along with a ton of other bands, and All I Want, the Day to Remember video.
Yeah,
They
he
had
was.
just the collage of all the guys in the music
I think
scene.
we were in the video too. I mean,
Yeah,
every-
dude. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, literally everyone. But yeah, MXPX, man, you can't go wrong with that. That's a solid pick.
Bryce, I don't know that you could see it because Religious Fanboy is over on the short side, but he's saying hello to you, man. Hey, so MXPX, I never got into him. I don't know why. Definitely a very popular band. They were high in almost every list I found. And then when I went and looked, I was like, yeah, I mean, I just don't know that I was listening to too much of them. But they definitely are kings of this genre, which really, that was one of the things, like seeing some bands like this that I was like, yeah, these are really awesome. I just don't get into them. I knew that this list for me would be a lot different than most of the other people on the panel. And so I definitely say this one's cool, but I love learning about. I didn't realize that they were Christian. I didn't realize they were in Passion. That's all really awesome. So, yeah, man, God bless you. So have fun at PAX, though, by the way. Be safe, be careful, hug some people, make sure you take some pictures, send them our way. Hey, good pick. Is it my turn?
It is your turn, and can I just give away your pick?
I mean, it's probably the least, the next two picks are probably the least
if you know us, I mean, you know
kept
what we're
secret on the whole show. The least
I
kept
think I
secret on the
know
whole
yours,
show.
Andy. I think for sure I know yours.
Well, the only way it's not that is because he mentioned it last week and he said he wasn't going to. But there's that. But here's the deal.
I'm gonna message.
1991, and actually Kevin's in the chat $2. Man, thank you, man. $2 bomb. Bryce, you don't have to do that, dude. But you're with Russ Lyman.
Russ Lyman, yeah.
Russ Lyman, say hello to Russ. Russ was actually the guy that Waves was thinking about bringing on. Yeah,
That's right.
You tell Russ hello for us. We can't wait to have him back on the show, along with David Apuzzo, which is the guy that I was saying earlier to you, Finn, with some of that stuff that's in your background, ironically. So, yeah, tell him hello for us, and from Waves and Games as well. 1991, Kevin's in the chat. Kevin and I listened to their they might not be their first, but it was their first album to me, and it was called Kerplunk. Great song, Paper Lanterns. But what made it big was Secret of Mana for me, and I tell you all the time, Andy, it's like the running theme song for Secret of Mana. But it's obviously the Dookie album, Green Day.
Nice.
Very nice.
And he was I had him as my drummer, my Rushmore of drummers. He was number 3 out of 4 is not too bad. So, Green Day, by far. The Dookie album is one of the greatest albums of all time, in my opinion. This is so let me just say, I screwed it up. I was thinking, I mashed a couple concerts together. I don't know why. And I can't figure out when I saw No Use for a Name, but I was like, man, I'm pretty sure they were at this concert, but they weren't. It was Green Day and Get Up Kids, and I can't figure out who the third band was, but it wasn't No Use for a Name. There was a third band. I went and saw them at UNO Lakefront Arena back in 2000, I believe. I've always been a fan. Don't really align with them politically or spiritually, but I do enjoy their music, and always will. I just like the sound, and it's just a really fun time, man. I really like Green Day a lot. So,
yeah, I knew it. I mean, this is the easiest softball pitch.
It's the least. So when we started this, I was like, awesome, Green Day, Offspring. Now what else do I put on this list?
So the band that I had in your 4 has not been mentioned by you. So
there is 2 more really big ones that haven't been mentioned that was put.
And I thought that maybe that would be one there, but I mean 75% is not too
well. I mean, there's 2 more that are on my. Well, there's actually a couple more, but I don't know which one you're thinking of. But there are a bunch more on my list that we're fighting for Good Charlotte's spot.
Well, they're on my Benjamin. So the band I'm thinking of. So anyway, but yeah, this is a great pick. Green Day, of course. We want to talk about people who originate the sound. I think this may be the oldest one that we've mentioned today, without going back to
I think they were started in '87. The Kerplunk was in '91. The Dookie was in '94, and then Insomniac I think might have been '97 or '98, and then what was it? American Idiot or whatever was in the 2000s.
More after before that.
Yeah, I think there's one in between there.
You guys have messed me up. I'm down to 15 Benjamins to pick from now.
Okay. Yep. Oh, so there's Kevin. Kevin's the one that showed me the Kerplunk CD. I remember that back in the day, listening to the Paper Lantern. That song is, man, it was never one of their big hits, but it should have been. If you haven't heard that song, that's a really cool song. But I remember being at Kevin's house and then hearing it and then like immediately going to the mall to buy that CD.
Yeah.
So,
David, I know you like Green Day, right? You're a Green Day?
Oh yeah. I mean, Green Day is on that Blink, Newfound Glory. They are essentially the Rushmore of what started it all, basically.
Right.
I believe so. Yeah, Green Day just didn't make my list, and I knew somebody was going to pick it, so it wouldn't be in my mentions. But
yeah, I almost didn't put it in my Benjamins because I absolutely knew it was cemented in as George. He talks about Green Day any chance that he can, and for a good reason. This is a great band. I just watched something. So they have like a Drumeo thing, but it's for bassists, right?
Yeah.
There was one where they were interviewing the guy from Green Day. That dude is one of the most solid bassists out there. Some of his lines do that one. Dude, it's just so good.
Freaking Longview.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking of Longview, whenever I always when I'm on worship at church playing.
Be careful playing that one at church.
Well, but I'll start playing like I'll do that. And if I'm playing with the right bassist, there's one bassist who will go, he'll do that part, and we'll just stop there. But it's like he knows where I'm at, which is really cool. So, but yeah, so great pick here, Green Day, love that. So I guess I get to wrap up the Georges here, right? So, just as much of a softball pitch as it is for Kirk. If you know me, you know this band has to.
We're going Rushmore favorite bands of all time for 1,000.
I'll say this: when it comes to pop punk, you may only consider this band's first two albums, potentially their third album, to be in that pop punk. They've completely changed. I don't like their newest album, but I like everything else in their collection, and they've certainly changed and evolved over the years. I've seen them live twice. Actually got to bring my daughters to their first big concert to see this band live not too long ago. And I'm going to go with just probably my favorite band, and it's Paramore.
Absolutely.
Paramore is that band. Hayley Williams, if you're telling me that you don't enjoy Hayley Williams' voice, or at least don't acknowledge that she probably has the greatest voice out there, you're lying, or I don't know, you just don't hear what I hear. There's no denying that she's got one of the greatest voices out there. Now, again, Kirk, like you said, that you don't necessarily align politically or spiritually with Green Day. I certainly don't with Paramore. They're very out there. And hey, look, if that's where you are, hey, that's awesome. But I just don't. But I think that's a cool thing because, I can separate where that person is personally with the product that they put out there and the music that they put out there, and can still acknowledge that. But dude, Hayley Williams, Paramore, putting out those All We Know Is Falling and then Riot. I mean, just two fantastic albums. They're albums to me that are I'm not skipping a song on them. I'm just listening to them in their entirety. They never really. They're kind of like more poppy, I think, in that they're still pop rock and pop punk, but they really kind of move to that poppy side of it while still kind of having a little bit of an edge, at least early on. But I just love this band so much. People sometimes will talk about it. It's like, hey, what's your favorite album by Paramore? And oddly enough, I think my favorite album from Paramore is the Twilight soundtrack. Between that song and when I Caught Myself might be the two greatest songs in their whole collection, and it's not even on an album of theirs. But between that and Decode, but for real though, but they're just, I love them. My wife and I went and saw them years ago at the Stanger Theater, believe it or not, and they were just
Stanger.
Yeah. Fantastic. And then we went and saw them at the Smoothie King Center with my two oldest kids, and just a core memory. But I love that. If you listen to Paramore's All I Wanted Is You and Don't Belt It Out, then come on.
Yeah.
So Paramore had to be my number one. It was easy. There was no doubt that was happening. And they're kind of divided. People are kind of on the fence one way or the other about Paramore, but I just love them.
Here's a fun fact there for you, Andy. I didn't put Paramore on my honorable mentions because I knew it was going to be gone, and I knew it wasn't in my top four. But they technically are. Hayley Williams, like you said, you don't even have to like this band, this genre, anything about her to know her voice is just top of the level, right? But that's really it. And I've probably listened to more Paramore in the last 3 years or so hanging out with you on these conventions than I've ever listened to Paramore. I enjoy them. They're great. You know, early on when you were like, "This is my favorite band," I was like, "Really? That's your favorite band?" But now knowing more, I mean, we've been hanging out for a while now. I know why. I know the ins and outs, and it fits perfect for you. And I love that your kids love it. It's a concert that I would love to see. Just
really good.
Just musically, I think it would be a cool, fun place to go. But with that being said, not counting Paramore because it wasn't on my list, I've only lost 2 of mine so far. Ooh. Out of my.
So yeah, a long list.
So I've got a great little list hanging. I think I'm going to make it. I was really nervous.
Paramore makes me think, David, and I'll let you kind of add what you want to, and Peter also. Paramore makes me think of like hanging out in Hammond back in the day.
Yeah,
and
at the Brown Door.
Well, no, at my apartment.
I'm just playing. That's where I hang. That's where I hang out.
Apartment, really. But yeah, that was kind of that time for me. At least
either that or Mickey's. That's where I was hanging out. Or what's the other one called? Stray Cats.
We were at K or Augie's. That was the 2 for us.
Augie's, hung out at Augie's a little bit. But all the ones I hung out with were like 10 years prior to you guys. So there you go.
But yeah, David, that's what it made me think of. Hammond.
Oh, no, I think Paramore was one of the bands, I mean, for you and for me, for us to start the pop punk band we did. That really is like one of the reasons I think for you is, you know, kind of how we got that going. Just having the love for Paramore, my love for like Newfound Glory and whatnot. But yeah, no,
I think
Paramore
stole quite a bit of their sound for ESK, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Stuff, when you listen, and a good thing none of our stuff was really recorded because some of the stuff you listen to, you're like, yeah, that's a Paramore song. And
I was about to say that because there's a couple of tracks where I remember playing. I'm just like, that guitar riff, that sounds really familiar.
It wasn't intentional. It's just that's what I was listening to. You know? Yeah. So like it just is. Yeah. But good stuff though, man. Absolutely. Peter, you like Paramore?
Who's Paramore?
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, I know who Paramore is. Whenever I hear Paramore, I think about this girl I used to play music with. Her name was Kaylee, and she did the Hayley Williams hair from 2009, 2010 with the red and the just like all over, and she sounded very much like Hayley Williams. And so whenever I think about Paramore, I'm like, oh, Kaylee, she was cool. But
the crazy thing about Paramore too, like David, like I'm the same age as Hayley. Like she was, that first album came out, she was like 15 or something. You know what I mean? Like it makes you think it's like, dude, like that I was there. I was in it, you know. I'm not there, but like
I mean she's right there in Mississippi is where
she was from Meridian, right? Meridian, Mississippi.
Yeah.
And then obviously they went on to Nashville, and now she's friends with Taylor Swift, and she's a lot bigger than we ever got. But you know.
Go Chiefs!
Yeah, let's see. My Georgia, I walked into it, and I opened the door for it. But, hey, they finally got a quarterback, man, Justin Fields. We'll see what happened with that team.
Did you see the rehab video? We don't need Justin Fields.
Well, you got an 80-year-old tight end now that you just fleeced the team for $50 million.
No, it's $12 million. He's getting cut after that. It's a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Come on, you gotta go better than that. I mean, you gotta go better than that.
Well, you just convert it to a bonus.
But hey, for all you guys out there wondering, the Saints are picked to win the division this year.
And probably the Super Bowl.
Probably the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be honest.
The next 8 years or so, we should.
Probably the Super Bowl is crazy, but that would be awesome.
That's not very pop punk of you, Kirk. I'm going to be honest.
I would 1,000,000% be on board with that.
Yeah.
I might even be on board. No, I'm not going to say that out front.
But we're not quite done with our picks, even though our top fours are done. We're going to get into a fun little segment, and we're going to play a not very pop punk song. And the guy who did a not very pop punk thing.
Was it pop punk? I don't know.
He popped something, but not. Anyways, gosh, we need to stop. Let's get to our segment. Honorable mentions. We call it the Benjamins. Let's get it.
Yeah, very not pop punk. Okay. All right, so this is how it's going to go. We got the order. We don't need to chat too much about it, but here's the deal. It's a game. We can't mention anything that's been mentioned already. It's all new picks. The order is already set. David, you chose to draft first, which means you're also drafting last. So me and Peter, we're in the middle. Andy gets back-to-back picks 2 times. You get a back-to-back in the middle because it's serpentine like fantasy football. And the reason we call it the Benjamins is because Benjamin Franklin was widely considered the 5th guy on the mountain. So who missed your mountains today is the idea. And, we're trying to just throw out basically we'll throw out 16 more great bands that need to be mentioned today. So, David, you're up. First one that missed your mountain. Let us know who it is.
My first pick is going to be a band called Neck Deep.
Nice.
Neck Deep. Don't know this band.
Yeah.
If that's where you're starting, I'm safe.
Another track with Mark Hoppus in it. Yeah, go listen to December.
Dude, Mark produced so many albums.
You're pop punk. If Mark Hoppus joins the song,
it's pop punk.
I love that pick. Good pick. All right, Peter, next on your list.
I'm going to go with another band who had Mark Hoppus feature on that song. That's Less Than Jake.
Wow. So do I just need to look at my list and who
So when I saw Less Than Jake on a list, I could not figure out for the life of me where I knew it from. But this is a band.
Their song.
Were they on one of the video game soundtracks?
I think they might be on Tony Hawk 3.
I literally knew Less Than Jake, and I couldn't figure out where I knew him from. I was listening to a couple of songs. I was like, man, I can't figure it out. But I remember that name. It was just really cool. And one of the reasons I remember is a good buddy of mine's dog's name was Jake.
That's what they're named after, dude. The Less Than Jake is named because their mom loved their dog Jake more than them. So they're like, oh, we're Less Than Jake.
That's crazy. Oh, that's funny. Jake was a beagle. Was he a beagle?
I don't know what kind of dog. I was
really
cool. Some just random brown dog. I don't know the whole story.
That would be corny. That would be really corny. So I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out who Andy is not going to steal. So I get it back to back. He gets back to back. So
I just
best available. I'm going Fall Out Boy.
Dang it.
Yeah, that definitely took one off of Andy, I'm pretty sure.
Best available. I'm going Fall Out Boy. Yeah, I mean, just a ton of hits.
Grand Theft Autumn might be my favorite song to just top of my lungs. Where is your boy tonight? I love that song. All right. Well, you just threw a dent in it in my plan here because that was definitely going to be my 5 now. Well, it was going to be Good Charlotte earlier, then it was Fall Out Boy. Let's do it. I mean, let's throw Mayday in there. Mayday Parade. We got to throw Jamie All Over. I Hate to Be You. Dude, I mean,
Miserable at Best.
At Best. That's their emo song. But
I was like, that's the one I know is Miserable at Best.
I will see this. We've talked about doing saddest songs ever. Their song Terrible Things is the saddest song of all time. I just when you listen to it, it's God, it hits me every time.
Does it when you listen to it, do you think of the movie Up?
I'm watching a movie the whole time.
Right.
And it's watching this couple as they age. And then, oh, dude, it's horrible. Anyway, Mayday is going to be on there. And, golly, where do I go next? I'm going to steal one that I thought Kirk was going to mention. I thought he was going to be his. I'm going to go Sum 41.
Oh.
That's one of the next ones.
That was who I pegged for in your top 4. Yeah,
I love Sum 41, especially for their few really big hits.
Speaking of playing Madden, dude, Underclass Hero.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Corner Punch challenge, but yeah.
So I have 4 left that I really want to pick from. I have a bunch of others, but I have 4 really big ones that I really want to pick from. I'll take one of them right here, really because I absolutely love the cartoon. It's one of the best cartoons in the world. I'm going with Bowling for Soup.
Yes, good one.
Phineas and Ferb, baby. But anyways, I'm going with Bowling for Soup.
Come Back to Texas is probably one of my favorite songs from them. I love that song so much. I mean, 1985 is
1985 is a banger.
But which version of 1985?
We'll
Bowling
say
for
not SR-71s, which
Yeah.
you talked about. But
Oh, I didn't even put SR-71 on my list at all, dude. It's because I have like one good song, honestly. But that's why I didn't pick them.
All right, so Peter, you're up, and then David, you get back to back.
Cool. I'm going to go with a band that had a feature from Haley Williams on their second album, and this is a band called Set Your Goals.
nice. Yes.
I saw them at Warped Tour as well, dude. It's such a good show.
I love that.
Solid.
I'm worried that David's about to take one of mine.
David, you get 2.
Get back to back.
No.
But you went.
I mean, if he's going neck deep, I think you're fine.
I think you're safe. The band, the first one's going to be a band called The Story So Far.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They're a great pop punk band, and then a band that kind of totes the line.
I think Dave wrote the Bizarre Top 100.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this one's going to get even more bizarre because I don't know if I consider it pop punk, but I'm going to put it in there. It's a band called Citizen, and I think they're more of like alt rock. But you know what? It's going on my list. The band.
Look, we complain about it because we don't know.
Kevin says playoffs. Playoffs. That's a great line.
I love this.
All right, so Peter, you're up.
Oh, I'm up. My next one. Oh man, I have such a long list. Who did I want to go with that I think might be on someone else? Oh, I picked this next band because I wanted to give them a shout out. They're not together anymore, but I think more people need to listen to them. They're called The Transit War. And they're a pop punk band from San Diego.
You took my next pick.
Oh, I'm so sure.
I thought you were going to say everyone she knows. So, I mean.
Oh,
all right.
I'm taking all she knows.
That way they end up on the Spotify list. I was like, I'm going to give them a I want more people to listen
There
to
you
them.
go. Okay, you just gave me an idea then.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with All American Rejects.
Good one. Move along. I like this. Swing was just it had a chokehold on a generation.
Yeah.
Paper Heart, dude. Paper Heart was a banger.
Yeah. They're really good. Now I have since I had 19, I added 3 more to my list. I mean, I just keep adding them as I'm thinking about them, and I'm going to go Yellow Card for sure.
Nice.
That one's on my list, and that's because of you, Andy. Honestly.
Yeah. Then they kind of tote line between some different genres, but I would still consider them in the pop punk.
I think all the rest of mine tote on a couple genres.
Yeah, and it's just where do I go with my last one here? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go really obscure. Okay, you ready for this one?
Good.
This
Good.
is a band.
Good. You're saving me.
This is an individual artist. He's a solo guy, and he just needs some props because this dude, we talked about Newfound Glory having some of the best covers out there. This guy is named Alex Melton.
Dude, that guy's amazing.
On YouTube, he's on Spotify. The absolute best pop punk covers of anything that I've ever heard. Super high quality. I mean, I could mention any band out there, and I've got a long list of them, but Alex Melton probably sounds like all of them. So there you go.
Oh yeah, he does.
I love that pick. I never even thought about that, but you always are sending me something he's covering, and he's amazing. He does 700 instruments. He's
Cover
awesome.
of Still the One by Shania Twain.
Really?
Well, then he does.
All right, I'm going to take
the
one that totes the line, but I'm glad they're still available. Kind of maybe more alternative rock too, but I'm going with Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah, good one. Good one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Those are
fantastic
pop
band.
punk, dude. Those are pop punk beats in there. They're pop
they're
punk.
emo. They're
Come
emo
on now.
godfathers. But that's okay.
To me, emo and
You're
pop
gonna
punk are the same.
look. I'm gonna tell you something right now. The Middle has
The Middle.
the most used pop punk beat of all time. Bucket of Fish.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
fair.
Right before the chorus, Bucket of Fish.
Hey,
right into the
everyone
chorus.
she knows song is how many bucket fishes are in that one?
Dude,
Come on.
it's because of Jimmy Eat World.
David made a career on the bucket of fish. He
It's
just
Bucket
did.
of Fish.
He did.
Dude, and if you play that song "The Middle" for your girls, now that you're a dad, and play it acoustic, play it all slow, that's a hard one to get
Dude,
through.
that song is a banger. And
Yeah.
I literally pretty much picked it just because of that. But I mean, not just because of that. There's some other good ones, but that song alone is I really love it.
What is that really sad, slow song they have?
Hear You Me,
That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That
Dude.
one.
so good, so good.
They're elder statesmen of the genre. Too, though.
Oh yeah.
That's good. That's good. All right, so where we at?
My
Peter?
turn. Yeah, we're on my last one. I'm gonna go with Reliant K.
Yes, I
Wow.
they were on my list, and I'm
Yeah.
glad you mentioned it. Dude, Sadie Hawkins dance? Come on, man.
Dude, yeah, freaking two left don't make a right, but three do. That's such a great album. Such a great album.
They are really good. They're really good. So I wasn't Christian growing up, and then later on I realized that they were a Christian pop punk band. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, what a
Right. I was introduced to those guys when I got saved. And
Nice.
I got one of the guys in my school listened to Reliant K quite a bit. And I was like, I didn't realize this band. I mean, I had heard a few things. I was like, I didn't realize these guys were Christian. He's like, oh yeah, really big. That's a good pick. I like that pull.
All right, last pick. You
One
get
left, and then we're spinning the wheel.
Brock Purdy. You get Mr. Irrelevant. David, who's the last one here?
I mean, I'm gonna go with a band that's kind of irrelevant, but it had a big place in my life at one point. It's a Christian pop punk band called Stellar Cart.
Okay.
Yeah,
Stellar what?
Stellar Cart,
Cart. Okay.
spelled with a K.
Of course.
Like
Yeah, but yeah, no, they're a great band. I was trying to find at the time. I was trying to find bands that were similar to the music that I liked, secular, and I came across them. And many nights listening to those guys.
Stellar Cart. I'm adding them to my list. That sounds good.
So here's what we're gonna do. You got to send 2 songs to Andy. That was another thing. Some of these guys only had 1 song, so I didn't want to pick them. So send 2 songs to Andy, and then he's gonna build a pop punk Rushmore Spotify list, and we'll share it off. And I never got Fox's picture from when he was 17, so I never made the Rushmore. So I'm just gonna make one from the albums. I'll send that over to you.
And I'll share that. I already have the playlist made. So
You already have the playlist, but I'll share that to you, and I'll just make it from the albums. And I'll make a Rushmore from this tonight and send that to you as well. We have a third segment that we are introducing mainly because we want to introduce the wheel. If you come and hang out with us, what you do is you spin the wheel, and whatever it lands, we will essentially ask a question and film it and make it as a short. But there's a lot of fun games on here that are really good. I am ready already with whatever it lands on because I kind of did it ahead of time. So as long as it doesn't land on a Rushmore panel, I'll spin again. But if it doesn't, we'll go with that game. So, wait.
yeah, whoa! Don't you
We
have
got
a
to
video?
play our video.
You have a video to show
Play our
first.
video. Yeah, because I forgot. And we'll just leave it whatever it is behind me. What losers are we? Here we go. Playing that video. Hey,
Oh,
so it
wow.
landed on Retro Rushmore, so we're not gonna play it. So those were the 10 games.
Real quick. David Finn, you received, so you get to spin the wheel. So just virtually make the motion of spinning, and then Kirk's got you. There it is. Ah, good spin. Big bucks, whammies, big bucks.
No whammies. No whammies.
Do it again. Spin again. Those movies and TV Rushmore.
You ever watch the people on like Price is Right spinning? You're like,
Hey, that's 2 weeks in a row, huh? G-Dub's Blazing Trivia.
oh,
So I got
crazy.
10 questions for both of you. And that's perfect. That's exactly what the one I was on. And we'll see who gets the best score. These are all pop punkish answers. If y'all
Do we
both
just,
get
like, yell it
10,
out, or do we buzz in? Is there like a buzzer?
no. I got 10 for each of you.
Oh, 20 questions. Oh my gosh.
Most out
And
of
so whenever comes close, we'll see who gets the best answers. Andy, will you keep score?
Yep.
All right. So David, since you spun, do you want to go first or second?
I'll
Well, hold on. Let me ask Peter. Since you never got to pick anything else, do you want to go first or second?
I want to go second.
That was very pop punk. You want to go second? David, you're up first. You're up first. What year did American Idiot drop for Green Day? 02, 03, 04, or 05?
I'm gonna go 04.
That is correct. 1 point.
1 point.
Which band released Sticks and Stones?
Oh, come on.
We found glory.
They're supposed to get harder. Who produced Enema of the State? Rick Rubin, Jerry Finn, Dr. Dre, or Butch Walker?
Oh,
Who produced it?
what was the names again?
Rick Rubin, Jerry Finn, Dr. Dre, or Butch Walker?
Process of elimination. I don't think Dre did that.
Butch Walker.
That's wrong. It's Jerry Finn.
Wow.
What did
All
you
right.
Last name, dude.
What's wrong with it?
Ocean Avenue references which state?
California?
California, Florida, New York, or Texas?
California. California?
Florida.
Ah.
Does it reference it?
Which
Or is
band had the violin as the signature? Paramore, Fall Out Boy, ATL, or Yellow Card?
Yellow card.
Yellow Card's the right answer. All Killer No Filler album band name.
Wait, what?
Who had the album All Killer No Filler?
Oh, I know this one.
Here, I'll give you.
Some
Andy
41.
mentioned it. Yeah, there you go.
Some 41.
You're right. Lead singer of Newfound Glory.
Oh my. What is his name? I feel like it's
You want me to give you the so Billy Joe, Derek Whibley, Mark Hoppus, or Jordan Pundick?
Jordan Pundick.
Yes. Which band came from Jacksonville? Blink 182, Green Day, Yellow Card, or Fall Out Boy?
Blink 182.
No.
Yellow Card.
Well, he had the song.
Black Parade released in what year? 05, 6, or 7, or 8? 6, 7. 05, 06, 07, 08.
05.
I have it as 06.
Oh.
06. Yeah.
Which band originally had Tom DeLonge leave twice? Really? I know this one.
Boxcar Racer.
Fall Out Boy, ATL, Sum 41, or Blink 182?
Blink 182.
All right, that's your 10 questions. How many did you get, Andy? 8?
5.
You got 5? Yeah, I thought you had more than that. All right. So you 5's to beat there, Peter.
All right.
From Under the Cork Tree release year. 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007.
2005.
You're right. Who is Paramore's lead singer? Avril Lavigne,
Haley
Pink,
Williams.
Halsey, or Haley Williams?
Avril Lavigne.
No, Haley
She didn't
Williams.
make her list. She didn't make anybody's list.
She was on my honorable mentions.
Own list of-
All the Small Things video parodies what? Metal bands, country boy bands, or rap videos?
Boy bands.
Right. Is that 3 for 3?
Three for three.
Which band really? Oh my gosh. Which band released Dookie? Offspring, Blink-182.
Well,
One more. Move along. Which band?
every band releases Dookies.
Which
Especially on
band
tour.
released Move Along?
All American Rejects.
That's it. Here we go. A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. Which band?
That's Panic at the Disco.
That's it.
Wow.
Which band is from Chicago? Blink-182, Fall Out Boy, Green Day, or Sum 41?
Fall Out Boy.
Yes. The anthem album name: Dookie, TOYPAJ, Riot, or The Young and the Hopeless?
Young and the Hopeless. Good Charlotte. Yeah.
Travis Barker joined Blink-182 after what band? Sum 41, NFG, The Aquabats, or Offspring?
Aquabats.
And last but not least, Pete Wentz played what instrument? Guitar, bass, drums, or keys?
He's the bass player, right?
Yeah, 10 for 10.
I feel like my question sucks.
It was very Price is Right showcase there, right? I was like,
Yeah,
I'll let you go first.
We keep him on the easy one.
hip hop.
You Pop Anonymous. It's pretty bad when I know the
How is
answers.
Pop Anonymous not a pop punk
To be
band?
fair, does Ocean Avenue, now that would only give you one more point, but does it actually reference Florida?
It never does.
I think he meant to say which Ocean
This is,
was referring to.
listen, to be fair, these questions came.
Where from?
Where'd they come from?
AI.
AI.
Ah,
Well, if you would have asked me the first question of where they're from, which is Florida, then I would have guessed that Ocean Avenue was up there.
Well, good job, guys. Good job. Thanks for being on. Hey, so look, before everybody heads out, let's share what we got coming up, what we're going, where people. Rufio Banning 223, welcome in. Guttermouth, Perfect World, and NSYNC.
Nice.
a punk band and a pop band.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pop and a
But
punk.
Rufio is a pop punk band.
Yeah, literally, his name
Yeah.
is a pop punk band.
There you go.
Because you're
So,
so above me.
Welcome in. So let's do it back the other direction. Dave, go first. What do you have coming up next? Where can people find you? Do you have an online presence at all that people can shout with you or buy things from you? And yeah, what's going on?
Online presence, I just run an Instagram. I typically just post photos on Facebook, and it's directly linked to my Instagram. I try to post at least once a week of things that I find out in the wild. But other than that, I do STCC, which is in Mandeville at the Castine Center. April 11th and 12th is the next con. And if you want to catch me in my 90s cover band that will be playing some pop punk tunes, we will be playing April 10th, the night before the Castine Center show at Don's
Where?
on the Lake, which is right down the street. Don's on the Lake, right down the street from the Castine Center.
What time?
We start at 9:00.
That's not very
That's not very pop punk at all. Because then I have to get up the next morning, and I don't like doing any of that.
It was just like original pop punk, back when we stayed up all night.
Right.
All night. Hey, so here's the cool thing. I am off for spring break, so I could come in early. I would love to come out and watch you guys.
Yeah. Don's on the Lake.
I think that should be a thing.
We may try to make that happen. Courtney is actually staff at STCC now, so she has to be there Friday. So we'll have to figure that whole thing out. But
Well, I'll be driving in this time. I got to bring all this stuff with us.
I'm literally going to be setting up and have to hurry and leave from there and then go set up over there.
you don't have somebody shining your drums?
No, I haven't gotten to those levels just yet.
You don't have Bob. You don't have a Bob. Anyway. Oh, good stuff.
Kevin says he'll go. Kevin says he'll go.
Send me that info, David, when we get off of here. Let me
Yeah.
know, and I can we'll try to make that happen for sure. So, Peter, let us know again. Where can people find you? Where can they find your content? What do you got coming up? What you got going on?
Yeah, definitely. So again, Peter, channel's called Waves and Games, and you can find me here on YouTube. I do post on Instagram and TikTok sometimes, not a whole lot, but enough that I'm there. You can find me. Same name, Waves and Games. And if you want to see me in person, I will be at Mo Game Con July 25th out there in St. Louis, Missouri. So hang out with me, and I'll be there with Do You Nerd, Captain Algebra, Chris of Midlife Crisis Media, Co-opal of Nerds. A huge crew of us go out there every year. So I would love to see anyone. And if you see me out there, just say, "Hey, Waves," and then I'll be like, "Hi, who are you?" And then you can tell me who you are, and we can have a good conversation and a good friendship. That's what I
Hey,
want.
Waves.
Who said that?
Hey. Yeah. So, man, thanks for coming on. We can't wait to have you on again. Both of you guys. We are currently booking. We have a few video game spots open in August and July. Nobody's actually picked any topics yet. Most of our movies is complete, which is the next 2 months after this. But we come back around and we do video games, music, and movies and TV again to finish off the year. So if there's anything that you want to come back and jump back on, we would love to have you. Bring a friend, bring 2 friends. It's a really good time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. We will see everybody at St. Tammany Collectors Con as well. Hopefully, I'm all seriousness. Hopefully, we'll be able to see, see you play, and then we'll figure that out. But with that being said, be on the lookout. I'm about to go and drop the devotion. Let's do it. Hey, what's up? It's there. Hey, that's Steven, by the way, David, from the fantasy football. He is. Let's see. What's Steven's name? He's the heaven. He's the Angels or something. What's his team name?
In the Archangels.
Yeah, the Archangels. Something like that. There he is. Flipper dude coming in hot at the end. Flipper, hey, Steven, were you hanging around the whole time? Thanks for lurking if you were. Thanks for lurking if you – the Archangels. Yeah, I was right. So, and Steven, David is well, who'd you go by this year? You changed your name, didn't you?
Or whatever.
Didn't you change your name this year?
No, it was just whatever the recommended.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The generated
my name
one.
is Team David or whatever.
Yeah, David's awesome team or whatever it was. Whatever it was, I just left it.
I mean, your team was cooking in the beginning of the year.
It got cooked.
And then got cooked in the playoffs. His team was doing well, too. Yeah. So, anyways, if you want to play fantasy football, let us know. We have 12 teams, but everybody doesn't always stay. We'll start doing that again. And if we have enough teams, then I might start a second one for the other set. But with that being said, thank you guys for being here. We love you guys. It's getting late, and it is time to go. I'll see you guys soon. Andy, tell our friends good night.
Peter, David, thanks for joining us. Everybody in the chat, thank you for hopping in and hanging out tonight. But it's time to say goodnight, and let's do it like we always do. This is the Rushmore Show, where it's all about your top 4
and nothing more.
Peace.